You're listening to The Pete Sheppard Show.
Passing situation for McKee. Firing. Got it. Touchdown. Right in the middle of the field, Anais Smith on the post for a 6-yard touchdown and the lead before halftime. Second down and 1. McKee over the top. Got it. Touchdown. Darius Cooper. A 20-yard laser from Tanner McKee, who's got him in the end zone again.
Who says those Stanford kids can't play ball? Come on, man. Looking very Elway-esque, speaking of Stanford, but yeah, the Eagles win last night. Tanner McKee, how about that? Exhibition football, we've got it all. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pete Sheppard Show here on the Coastal Sports Network. Coastal Sports Digital Network, excuse me. Lots to discuss today. It's football season. Let's get it going. Those of you having breakfast this morning, if you're watching highlights of the Indy-Baltimore game, and you're replaying the game, you didn't see it. With about 7:36 to go in the first quarter, if you're having breakfast right now, put your spoon down, put your fork and knife down. Because when you see Anthony Richardson's pinky finger go backwards on his throwing hand at a 90-degree angle, it's quite gross, I must say. They popped it back into place, but he never came back into the game. Yes, that actually happened last night. Disgusting backwards pinky finger. Oh, give you the heebie-jeebies. Anyway, we're going to recap all the NFL exhibition action from last night, preview all the action coming up tonight. The Red Sox get back in action today. So did the Philadelphia Phillies after having yesterday off. Great show lined up for you today. Very football-oriented. Jay Flannelly from Beeves World at 8:05 today. Scott Zolak, finally, who's going to be on the television broadcast tonight on Channel 4. He will join me as well. Coming up at 8:30 via phone. And then Mike Petraglia via phone, who was in Philadelphia last night at the Link covering the Bengals and the Eagles. So we'll have Mike this morning at 9 a.m. also via phone. So good morning, everybody. Lots going on. And congratulations. Braintree American from Massachusetts. Beating Bedford, New Hampshire. Great kids on both sides. They win last night on a pass ball. I will show you the video afterwards. But congratulations to Braintree, Massachusetts. Braintree American Little League is headed to Williamsport. And they are going to be Coach Pasoli and company and your son and all the rest of the players, who I don't know most of their names. I've seen them a couple of games here. But nevertheless, always great to see the New England representative in the World Series. In softball today, Lakeview, Florida, is playing in an elimination game. So they need to win today in order to stay alive as well. The boys got eliminated on a 3-run homer in the 6th inning the other day. Last night's game went 8 innings. And I didn't realize this, Angel Martinez. We say good morning to Angel Martinez. And this is what happens when Major League Baseball, the ghost runner on second base to start extra innings. I didn't know they did that in Little League. They do it in Little League, too. I don't know if it's just for the regional tournament and when they get to Williamsport. I didn't know that was a thing now in Little League, that you put the ghost runner if it goes into extra innings. I hate it. I hate it in the majors. I hate it in the minors, and I hate it in Little League. But nevertheless, it is part of it. But 8 innings last night, 2 extra innings in a Little League game. Fantastic stuff. But your Philadelphia Eagles looking pretty good last night, Angel Martinez, in a 34-27 win. You had to be happy overall with Mr. McKee, who was going to play a lot, obviously, 252 yards and a couple of touchdowns. But overall, even if they had lost 34-27, I don't know. This was more, most of the starters, 95% of them on both teams didn't play, but you're going to be happy. Good morning, Angel.
Good morning, Pete. Yeah, I am happy, actually, because Tanner McKee looked really good last night. I'm glad we have a good, solid quarterback, second-string quarterback behind Jalen Hurts. And it was nice to see Jalen smile a whole bunch too last night. That's always good because at least he feels comfortable. He feels confident. Saquon was there. I happened to send Jay, he's probably going to bring it up during the show. I sent him a picture last night because the big idiot was, here's Saquon on TV doing an interview with Dave Spadaro, and there's Dum Dum right in the background, as always. Look at me, I'm protecting him. Look at me. I can't. Oh, it just drives me bananas with a
Poor Big Dom.
Yeah. So there he was standing there in his pride and glory. But, and listen, Big Tom, I don't hate you. Don't get me wrong. It just drives me bananas that you have to be in the frame shot every single time. Like, is somebody coming down from the stands, literally, and, hey, Saquon, let's do a selfie? I'm like, dude, you don't need to be around him.
Well, maybe it's one of the, although, given what's happened in the WNBA, and it's happened again the last couple of nights, and now this person has organized the sex toy throwing. Maybe he didn't want to. Maybe he's protecting Saquon from a sex toy that might get thrown from the stands.
If that happens in Philly, and that would be the end of all.
Worse than happened in Philly.
It would be.
Hey, it happened in the Patriots game. It happened at Gillette years ago too. Somebody threw a sex toy onto the field. I think it was at Edelman, but.
First of all, how in the world do you get through? Well, anyways.
Well, now you're gonna get straight. Now it's going to be. It's getting ridiculous. We'll get it out. I don't even want to bring it up. Anybody who throws anything on any floor, you're a fucking moron. Doesn't matter what it is. And the fact that now it's become a thing, and somebody actually organized this little conspiracy that it's happening every night now. But it's just moronic. Anyway, getting back, 6th round pick. Mr. McGee is. 6th round pick out of Stanford 2 years ago, and he was outstanding. 20 at 25, 252 yards, and touchdown passes. Now, were you concerned that Joey Burrow also lit you guys up? 9 out of 10 for 123 yards, a couple of touchdowns there as well. You also had a tush push last night. We're going to go through the highlights.
Yep.
Tush push. Even with backups, you still have the tush push, like this right here.
Oh, the push is on. And into the end zone for the touchdown. The system works.
The system works. Yeah, yes, it does. NFL Plus with the call last night. Anyway.
And by the way, Jay said, I would have to double check this, but he said DTR, which is our third string quarterback, or vying for third string. He says he's 6'2", but that's impossible. He looked like he was like 5'9", and could it be all but 100? Look like
6'2", 200. Dorian Thompson-Robinson is indeed 6'2", out of 203 pounds, out of Columbia, South Carolina, and went to UCLA. He's 25 years old. It's just his third year. He is indeed 6'2", 203 pounds.
He looked. Listen, not for nothing, but he looked a lot smaller compared to everybody else. Because I even said to Debbie, I'm like, then everybody else must be like 6'7", because it took me by surprise when
McKee is 6'6". McKee is 6'6".
Right.
Tall dude.
Yeah. So when he comes off and then you put in DTR, you're looking like it was almost like looking at Kyler Murray, except for he's a lot better.
Well, anyway, Thompson went 5 of 8, 56 yards last night as well. And then you had your third string or your fourth, whatever. Kyle McCord came in out of Syracuse, the rookie, and he played a little bit and was 1 of 5 for 8 yards. Now, Joey Burrow, 9 of 10, 123 yards, a couple of touchdowns. Ritter came in 7 of 16, 91 yards. Remember him? Very good player at Cincinnati. And Browning, 6 for 14 for 62 yards. So, I mean, it is what it is. The Eagles win 34-27. I'm sure both coaches will be focusing more on some defensive lapses. I think the Bengals had a few last night from the highlights that I saw. I didn't see the game live. The only game I was watching was Indy after Richardson pinky finger almost came off and detached. But luckily they popped it back, and it was so gross. So gross.
Yeah, Vic Fangio was a little upset. There was a couple of times where obviously between special teams, defensive backs, they were screwing up a little bit. And I guess these guys just think just because it's preseason that Vic's not going to get upset. But you can see him visibly upset with stuff that just needs to be tightened up. But yeah, you're right. Both coaches are going to talk to their teams. But if Joey Burrow would have stayed in, it would have been a whole different story because, man, he was firing on all cylinders last night. Holy craps.
Yeah, I mean, it's not about the Bengals offense at all. You know they're going to be very formidable. There's no question. But he may have to put up 34 points, like 30-plus points a game for them to win. The big question is their defense. So Mike Petraglia was at the game last night. We'll talk to him at 9 o'clock this morning via phone. He will call in. Zoe calls in at 8:30. He's not doing the radio tonight. He's doing TV on Channel 4, along with Jason McCourty. And Devin McCourty, and Zoe will lead the call. Brian Hoyer will be on the sideline. Paul Perillo will be in studio, and Steve Burton with player interviews on the sideline. And on the radio side, 98.5 The Sports Hub, where Zoe normally would be doing the color commentary. Bob Sosi does a great job play-by-play. Phil Perry, my friend as well, does a really good job covering the Patriots. He'll be doing color tonight if you do that. So I'll be watching tonight on probably my laptop because I'll have to watch it on Patriots.com. Do I get NFL? All I know is on my YouTube for paying. I already paid the first chunk of money, which is 94 something for the first quarter. They're doing quarters, and all the games are there, but I don't know why I shouldn't have a choice of watching any game I want live when I pay for this stuff.
Because
Instead, I have to wait till 11 o'clock at night on tape delay, but I won't because I know Patriots.com. I'm pretty sure is broadcasting the game live, so I'll watch it. I'll watch it on that.
I think a lot of it too, because now with this whole new deal between the NFL and ESPN, because supposed alleged, ESPN is going to have the full rights to be able to broadcast these games until like YouTube, you guys can take it, even though it's YouTube TV that's supposed to be broadcasting the games. But I knew this nonsense was going to end up happening because now ESPN can basically say, no, we want the people that pay for our app to come over to us and watch it over there. And that's why this whole thing happened.
No. They cannot. There's no NFL package available on ESPN except for the games that they show. There's only you can't watch YouTube. You can't watch out of market game. They're not. They are not entitled. They can show their games that's showing on ESPN or ABC. That's all you can see. You cannot watch any of the YouTube package games on ESPN. Not going to happen. And that wasn't part of the deal. They got 2 extra games that they're going to show on ABC or ESPN, but you cannot. To get the package and Red Zone, you have to. Red Zone will be on ESPN, but NFL to get the package for the NFL, strictly YouTube.
Now is Rich, because I know Rich Eisen's been doing really well by himself, and I knew at one point he was saying he didn't want to go back to ESPN, but now he has no other choice because the NFL Network. So I'm assuming he is coming back.
No, he's already been hired. He's definitely coming back. He's going to do a radio show as well. That was established like 2 weeks ago. He had brought it up, and there's no. They said this was before, but it was rumor. This is all part of it. That's why Schrager came over from the NFL Network.
Yeah,
same thing. I think he does a very good job. Brings a younger demo as well, and So Rich Eisen will be back. Now the interesting thing is going to be, when NFL Draft comes along, because it's not like NFL Network. NFL Network is still going to be there, on whatever cable company you have or streaming service, but I don't know what they're going to show. That's going to be interesting. Any kind of alternative programming. I don't know what they're going to show on Sundays or whatever. If they're going to have ESPN, so like an alternate crew. I know during draft time, what are they going to do? Have Greenberg on ESPN and Rich Eisen on NFL Network? It seems weird. So I don't know what type of programming is going to be on the NFL Network. Obviously, NFL news. I just don't know what they're going to do. If they're going to show replays all day or what.
Yeah, because I haven't heard anything, but like if they're going to keep Good Morning Football, because I know all that stuff is still up in the air as they're trying to get everything restructured. But the $1 million question that I have for you, Mr. Pete Sheppard, is every year up there at Gillette Stadium, is it going to be like, last year they had Tom Brady Day, Retirement Day. This year you guys are putting up a statue for Tom Brady. So are they going to build a condo at Gillette Stadium for him next season?
They should. They should. Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's great, and that'll be fun. That the unveiling of the statue is going to be at 6 o'clock tonight, right outside of Gillette. So it should be a pretty rocking crowd tonight. For number one preseason game, there's a lot more buzz, obviously, than there was a year ago. And again, I don't know. I don't know how much of the starters are they actually going to play. I don't think it'll be a hell of a lot. So if you're going to the game, you're not going to see a lot of Drake May. Maybe he plays a series. You're going to see Joshua Dobbs and Ben Woodridge and those type of guys. at quarterback. So, again, the goal is to not get anybody hurt. That is the goal. So we shall see. Well, let me continue here, Angel, with your Eagles highlights. So that made it to 7-7. And let's see. What else we got? Well, Joey Burrow started it with this.
Stats presented by Jefferson Health. Jefferson Health, official hospital of the Philadelphia Eagles. Down near the goal line, it's going to be close. And I believe the official on the far side says he's in. Tanner Hudson made the catch and carried 2 defenders into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game.
Yeah, he ran right through Munden. Ooh, you know what? He might have kept that left knee up.
How about that?
He might have done a good job of keeping the left knee up. It's very clear.
Tanner Hudson pass from Joey Burrow. And he wasn't done. Desmond Ridder also hit him later on in the games.
And give him a chance to make the team, especially when you have a pretty deep position.
Ridder for Hudson. Did he keep his feet in? Oh, he
Touchdown.
did. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Yes, but this was the bigger one that put up, that made it was 34-27. But I'm sure this is what Bengals fans, anyway, enjoyed the most. This play from Joey Burrow to Jamar Chase.
Late blitz coming. Burrow finds his man, and Jamar Chase is going to coast into the end zone. They beat the blitz with a quick throw from Joe Burrow, and the Bengals.
It's one of those games, Angel, for both teams that it's a great coaching game because there's lots to work on both sides. You know, that's certainly the offenses look good against most of the backups that look good. But I think defensively, this is where coaches who are really good coaches love to coach. There's a lot. There were a lot of mistakes on both sides, a lot of slips on both sides in that one. So, but it's game 1 of the exhibition. A lot more high scoring than it normally is. Usually, you consistently bet the unders in preseason games, particularly week 1. Not last night.
Now, since you do a lot of, and obviously not a super professional gambler here, but do a lot of people actually bet during preseason?
Oh, you can make a shitload on preseason. I had part of my parlay last night. I had the Eagles plus 6.5 first half plus 6.5. And that one that hit, I think it was 14-10 at halftime. So I won that along with the Seattle Mariners and who's the other baseball team I had yesterday? Oh, Pittsburgh, because Skeens was pitching. So I had him. Yeah, he pitched a shutout. We'll get to all those highs. So yeah, had a nice 3-team parlay yesterday. I mean, small, but nevertheless, it's just about you feel like you won $1 million even if you won $20. So it's fun. That's all it is. But the Eagles, yes, I mean, you can make a lot of money in the preseason. Do a little homework, know what backups are playing. A lot of guys make a lot on the totals. And probably starting next week, we'll have Gabe Morency back on again here, one of our great handicappers and awesome guy. Still doing some stuff for Sports Grid, some other stuff because I had some cutbacks over there as well. So we'll get him on. One of the most entertaining and fun sports broadcast handicappers out there. All right, let's see. Oh, by the way, Chargers left tackle Rashawn Slater was carted off with apparent leg injury yesterday. That is not good. Last night, Ravens and the Colts went at it as well. Let's see. Here's Kevin Mitchell.
Easy to do. On second down, they give it to Mitchell. Right side, another hole. He's to the 10. Mitchell to the 5. Touchdown, Ravens! Keaton Mitchell is back, and the Ravens are in front.
The Ravens were in front. That was a 7-3, but this was the play of the game. Happened in the first quarter.
Wester had a 17-yard return on his first try. Fields this one cleanly. And again, he's got an alley. Wester at the 30. 2 men to beat. Wester could be gone.
Oh, he's gone.
Midfield and rolling. And the rookie 6th-round draft pick will take it to the house. LaJonte Wester, 87 yards. And he delights this Ravens crowd in the preseason opener.
Yes, that put them up 14-3. They went on to win 24-16 after the game. Head coach John Harbaugh of the Ravens talked about the return game.
I mean, and obviously, what LaJonte did was awesome. And just to be aggressive, the first punt was a short punt, a tough catch. You know, ran up there and made it, then he gets yards. And every time he had guys buzzing around him, I thought the blocking was good too, but he made guys miss and got big yards, got touchdown, obviously. He's massive. And then Anthony went in there and did a really good job too. Had the pooch punts, backed up punts that were kind of moving out there, and he fielded those, which are not easy catches. So it was good to see both those guys do well. Kick return was good. To see Rasheen hit that kick return was good. And that was big field position for us, got us some points. So all those things, yeah, very good.
All right, and one more game to highlight last night. The Raiders and the Seahawks had the Kiss Your Sister game. I'll explain that in a second. In case you don't know, let's go to the third quarter.
He's decisive, Mike. You can see it right there.
Dylan Laube diving for the pylon, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. What a drive for Las Vegas.
It's just like I said.
Yeah, Aiden O'Connell right there at 16-10, Seattle at the time. That's from the NFL Network, Aiden O'Connell. So then let's move on to the fourth quarter.
In the Pacific Northwest, this is Cam Miller. Here's it out down the right sideline, and Cedric Jackson is wide open and in for another Las Vegas touchdown. What a play. They were headed the wrong way for a couple of plays.
Yep, that made it 23-20, but it is tied at 23. Angel Martinez and company, in case you missed it on the NFL Network last night, coming right down to the wire.
And that's blocked. And this one is going to end in a tie.
Yep, little kiss your sister game, as they say in sports. Yes, 23-23. Wasn't that outstanding? Drew Lockett a touchdown pass last night as well. So there you have it. There is all your preseason NFL highlights. And tonight we've got a lot more games, including my Patriots taking on the Washington Commanders. That little scrum at practice a couple days ago, but so does everybody else. It doesn't matter. Shedeur Sanders tonight, which I will be watching against the Panthers. I'll be watching that one. He gets to start. He's going to play a lot because Dylan Gabriel is hurt. Pickett is hurt. Harbaugh's not going to play. So you're going to see a whole bunch. I think Huntley probably plays some, but you're going to see a whole bunch of Shedeur Sanders tonight, which isn't a bad thing in a preseason game. At least you want to watch it. Also on NFL Plus tonight, that's Saturday. Commanders and the Patriots tonight. The Browns and the Panthers tonight at 7. Lions at the Falcons tonight at 7. And then you got on Saturday, Giants and the Bills, Texans and Vikings, Cowboys at the Rams, Steelers at the Jaguars. And Travis Hunter is supposed to play both ways that day on Saturday at home against Pittsburgh. We'll see if Aaron Rodgers plays. I doubt it. Maybe he plays a series. Titans and Bucks go at it as well at 7:30. Might see a lot of Teddy Bridgewater in that one. Chiefs and Cardinals on Saturday. Jets, Packers, Broncos, 49ers, and Dolphins, Bears. That's on Sunday at 1 o'clock. Also on Sunday, Saints at the Chargers. So there's your whole list of preseason week 1. But, it just means we're getting closer and closer and closer. So I'm interested to see how Shedeur Sanders does tonight. He's going to get a ton of opportunity. He's going to play, I got to believe, at least a half, maybe even more, unless he gets hurt. Because, like I said, Flacco's not going to play. Dylan Gabriel's not going to play. And Pickett's not going to play. They're all hurt. Not Flacco, but the other two are hurt. So Huntley, who they signed earlier this week, he might get some playing time as well. All right, let's see. We got... Go ahead. Did you have something?
No, I just I did call the Browns and I told them I give them $20 if they put in Joe Flacco with 2 minutes before the half. So look for that.
That's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. Speaking of the Bears, they take on the Dolphins. Caleb Williams, the overhyped quarterback, couldn't help but laugh when asked about the viral net drill.
So there's this video. And I think
it's hilarious.
Yeah, some national places, I think.
They blew it up, and it is what it is.
What happened in the video?
Yeah, so it's a quick deliver drill. So you catch it, you're not, trying to get the laces or anything. It's not like you're going through reads, and it's just catch, deliver, and try and deliver to the bottom left corner. And we're trying to aim as if it's a screen. And so, it's a competition between us and the guys. And so how fast you can get it out, how accurate you can get it out. And, they just so happen to blow that one up and not any other one. So I just laugh at it. It's, I look at them and I laugh at them, as always.
As you should. Caleb Williams also on his ability to recall situations in practices.
Let me go back to that. Let me go back to Tuesday on the 4-minute drill y'all was running at the end, trying to kill it with 2:24 to go.
Yep.
Obviously, it didn't go how y'all wanted to go, but on the bootleg, when you booted out to your left,
Yep.
Is there a coaching point to maybe take that check down right there, considering want to keep the clock rolling?
Yeah. So it's actually what happened is we got the flag, and that may or may not happen, and so. When it ended up being, the third down and 20 or so after the flag, it's actually the flat was covered by the corner. Rome was covered by the safety, and then Tremaine, we had a little window, but Tremaine ended up closing the window, and DJ batted the ball down. So instead, in that situation, it should be me sliding and taking the sack is what you call it, but sliding just to keep the clock rolling. I mentally was not. I wasn't on the same page as Ben with that situation when he called a play, and he called a pass play, and so I thought I had the free reins in that sense to be able to throw it in any situation, but I was wrong, and coaching point.
I think y'all have to grow in terms of trusting each other.
Yeah. That's one of the biggest things that we kind of talked about after we had that situation is like when it's time. The ball will be in your hands, and I got to trust you, and you got to trust me. And so when I call something like that, you got to be on the same page, and that's what we're working towards every day.
All right, there's Caleb Williams. Let's see. Let's head to. Oh, here's head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Brian Schottenheimer, on the contract situation with Micah Parsons and how he believes the deal will get done.
Speaking of knowing the industry, everybody understands you're not part of the contract negotiations with Micah Parsons, but he is out here, and you're certainly hoping to have him against Philadelphia. How does his not being in practice and the question that just kind of hovers over that affect the football team?
Yeah, I just love having Mike around. I mean, I think he's here. He's being a really good teammate. He's adding things. The business side of it always works itself out. And so, look, this is nothing new. It's not something that's solely the Cowboys. We've had to deal with this the last couple of years. It usually works itself out. I have no reason to think this one won't.
Well, he's right about that. It usually works itself out. We've seen it with Prescott. We've seen it with Lamb. We've seen it with others. But this seems a little different. And I'm not sure. I think Micah Parsons, there's a good chance he's going to use the injury card and not play this year. We'll see. It's about 50-50 as far as I mean, right now. That's my feeling about it.
Was that Jerry Jones asking a question? Because that guy, he must listen to Jerry a lot because he sounded just like him.
Maybe. All right, let's see. Bo Nix for Denver, echoing Sean Payton's Super Bowl confidence. Easy, big fella.
Well, it should be your goal too. We should all be wanting to go win a Super Bowl. If we're not trying to win a Super Bowl, why are we here? If you're not trying to be the best of the best in your particular area, ours is the NFL, the National Football League. I believe that's why you got there and play the game. You got there to play the game to be the best, beat the best, and I feel good about our team, but that is not just thrown around. That's it's not easy to do, obviously, and we got a lot of work to go get that goal.
All right, we're going to do. We'll have some more NFL camp news as well from Houston, from the Chargers, a few cuts from the Jets as well, and also I wanted to clear up something from yesterday in our little discussion with the big O Glenn Ordway. I started to think about it after the show because he was like, "What do you mean? The Patriots could be a playoff team?" And I started thinking about it. Glenn was arguing, or Glenn was saying he thinks they're a 7 or 8 win team. Fine. All I'm saying was I think they're a 9 win team. It's like nothing's ever changed.
Yeah.
We're arguing over one game, essentially. I never said they're going to win 10, 11, 12 games, which he acknowledged that. Joey did, by the way. Joey thinks they're going to win 12. I hope he's right. At least he said that about a month ago. But I started thinking, this is just like what we used to do. And I said, after the show, we used to laugh about it all the time. I'm like, we're sitting there debating over 8 wins or 9.
No,
all right.
That made me laugh yesterday because I said, even though I was not in New England when you guys were on, I could just envision how you guys were yesterday. I can imagine how you guys were on the radio. And that's why I said it, because that's exactly what it sounded like. You guys going at it like you were on air.
Well, it's that kind of stuff. But I'm like, what are we? We're really sort of on the same page. If everything goes great for the Patriots, they should be at least a 9 win team with that schedule. and be a playoff contender. That's all I'm trying to say. And he's like, well, if things go right, they'll win 7 or 8. Oh, okay, so we're debating over a game. Anyway, that's what makes it great. I love Big O. All right. Before we go to break, if I may, my friends from Braintree American in Massachusetts, I got the video, Angel. If we could scroll down, it is right. It's under ESPN. Massachusetts wins in extras to advance to Williamsport. It's too bad the game had to end like this, but and Bedford's got a tremendous athletics in Bedford, New Hampshire, and they've been to the World Series before, but just came up a bit short. Massachusetts just a little bit better. So here's how it ended last night in Bristol, Connecticut.
Gets away from the catcher. Here comes Fasoli. Fasoli now retreats. Now he runs home and he'll score the winning run. Braintree is going to Williamsport.
Yep, and that wasn't even a hit or a. In that, there was the ghost runner on second. There was a wild pitch before that got him to third, and then the pass ball got him home. But anyway, congratulations to Coach Fasoli. You saw little Fasoli, who's also a very good pitcher, and for a little guy, throws hard. He scored the winning run. So Coach Fasoli and all you Braintree Americans, congratulations. Heading out to Williamsport, representing New England. Great job. Great job. Great job. And down here in Florida, for Lakeview, the softball, if the girls can win today in an elimination game, I want to say against South Carolina, then they will move on to the finals, I think, as well in the Little League softball. So that's great. So it's just these kids play with so much heart and so much guts. It's great. And it's heartbreaking to lose the way Bedford, New Hampshire lost last night.
It is.
I don't think you mind losing on a home run or a game-winning hit or something like that. Tough to lose on a pass ball.
Yeah, and it stinks as a kid too. You take it hard, just like obviously a grown-up athlete. When it's just a dumb thing that happens, and then you just live with that forever. Because every kid that played baseball, including Pete and myself, you always think about. Here we are. Obviously, in Little League is different. But it's ninth inning, one strike away from winning it all, and then you go to celebrate. But it's unfortunate. But I also too, I didn't know, Pete, that they had a ghost runner at second in Little League. I thought it was just.
I didn't either. I didn't know that was a thing, and I don't know if it was throughout the country and it was in the regional tournament. I did not know that. I can't stand it. I can't stand it in the majors. I can't stand it in the minors, and I can't stand it in Little League. But it's part of the game. All right, quick break. When we get back, more NFL. Got some college football news as well. Phil Castanetti, Sports World in Saugus, Mass. is New England's place to buy or sell the finest in sports memorabilia. For over 35 years, Sports World has offered the finest in sports collectibles. But you want to get on down there Sunday from 1 to 3 p.m. because Steve Carlson, yes, one of the Hanson brothers from Slapshot, the movie, classic movie, he's going to be down there signing autographs on Sunday from 1 to 3 p.m. So get on down there to Phil Castanetti Sports World, 184 Broadway in Saugus. Call 781-233-7222 for more information. Sports World in Saugus, be there. Also want to tell you that for the best articles and audio, there's only one source that provides everything you need 365 days a year to satisfy your sports crave. It's Total Sports Prep. Staff combs through the best articles and audio so you don't have to. Sports and non-sports kicker stories will leave you laughing all day long. To get your free trial of Total Sports Prep, contact them. info@sportsbroadcastingcoach.com. info@sportsbroadcastingcoach.com. Total Sports Prep, the name says it all. It's a Freaky Friday edition. By the way, they're remaking that movie. Jamie Lee Curtis, who was in, oh God. Just Hollywood is no originality at all. Zero. But when we come back, more NFL and college football news, MLB rundown as well. My guest today, Jay Flanley from Beavs World, top of the hour at 8:05. Scott Zolak doing TV tonight for the Patriots Washington broadcast and currently 98.5 The Sports Hub midday host. He'll be on at 8:30 via phone. And then Mike Petralli, who was covering the Bengals-Eagles game last night in Philly, will join me at 9 o'clock as well. All part of the Pete Sheppard Show here on a Friday on the Coastal Sports Digital Network.
Hi, folks. This is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber, and I would like you to know that our company has been selling Anderson windows for over 60 years. See the complete line of Anderson windows at any of our 3 locations in North Reading, Beverly, or in Plastown, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Hey everybody, it's Pete Sheppard from the Coastal Sports Network. Want to tell you about my good friend Lou DiMuzio and his company. Lou is the president and founder of Ace Technology Advisors. They're big-time tech specialists. At ATA, they're able to craft, implement, and manage the best and most appropriate solution for your business. They leverage their industry-leading experience and their portfolio of technology partners to improve your best practices and infrastructure. So you can get a hold of them at 888-599-4223. That's 888-599-4223. Check them out on their webpage, www.acetechadvisors.com. That's www.acetechadvisors.com. Or you can email them sales@acetechadvisors.com. Check out my friend Lou DiMuzio and Ace Technology Advisors.
Right now, our country feels divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
I gotta tell you, I was nervous to talk to someone so different than me.
Me too, but I'm glad we are.
Love Has No Labels and One Small Step are helping people with different political views, beliefs, and life experiences come together through conversation, and it feels good.
Wow, your story is so...
Interesting?
Yeah.
When people actually sit down, talk, and listen to one another, they can break down boundaries and connect as human beings. At lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep, you can listen to amazing, life-changing conversations and find simple tools to start a conversation of your own.
I know one thing. This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope, too.
Take a step toward bringing our country and your community together by having the courage to start a conversation at lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep. A message from StoryCorps, Love Has No Labels, and the Ad Council.
People do some pretty cool things in their 40s and 50s. Why should saving for retirement be any different? I mean, they go back to college, learn new instruments, start skateboarding. Whoa! Okay, maybe that one's not for everybody, but saving for retirement is. With aceyourretirement.org, you can get on track with your retirement savings no matter your age. Just have a 3-minute chat with Avo, the friendly digital retirement coach from AARP. You'll get personalized recommendations based on your input that are easy to understand and work with your lifestyle. It's quick, easy, and free. Plus, it's sponsored by AARP, so you know they got your back.
Woohoo! Gnarly move, Dad.
Thanks, sweetie. So wherever you are in your retirement savings journey, head to aceyourretirement.org and start chatting with Avo today. That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting. A teenager. Learning the lingo.
Today I'm going to help parents translate teen slang. Now, when a teen says something is on fleek, it's exactly like saying, that's rad. It simply means that something is awesome or cool. Another one is totes. It's exactly like saying, totally, just shorter. As in, I totes love going to the mall with Becca. Another word you might hear is jelly. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will think you're, rad, just the same. To learn more, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
This is the story of a very special woman. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician or an entrepreneur. Her knowledge was limitless and still is. She could also make monsters disappear, especially those that lurked in the shadows under the bed. Once, this woman put back together a teenage girl's broken heart, which had been shattered in 1,000 pieces, just by giving her a bear hug. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Don't spaz out because your team lost. Let Pete do it for you. Now, back to the Pete Sheppard Show.
Second down and 1. McKee over the top. Got it. Touchdown. Darius Cooper. A 20-yard laser from Tanner McKee, who's got him in the end zone again.
Oh, the 6th-round pick out of Stanford, a couple of touchdown passes last night. Eagles win! Eagles win! 1-0 in the preseason. Yay, jump! Back here at the Pete Sheppard Show. It is a Freaky Friday, August 8th, 7:40 right now in the a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks, everybody, for checking out the show here on the Coastal Sports Digital Network. And hello, a special extra hello. New listeners this week at a couple of different spots in Stockholm, Sweden. Good morning. And in Spain, I forget where. But we got a lot of people in Spain that are listening as well. So good morning, everybody. Great stuff. Angel Martinez keeping track of all of that stuff. Plus, everybody all around the country. That all 50 states we are heard in at some point, at one point or another. So it's absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
And Dallas fans, we know you're listening. I'm watching you on the map. So welcome, Dallas fans. Open applications for both Eagles and Patriots are well accepted.
It's like blasphemous down there. Real quick before we get back in, Angel, just refresh and and right under the show. And hang on, let me set it up here. There's a crypto group last night says it's orchestrated sex toy tosses in WNBA games, and here's a video from Coach Reeve on fans throwing sex toys. Actually, don't play that. Actually, it's something that it shouldn't be there. Don't do that. I didn't see that. I didn't see the video. Forget it. Don't do it. Let me play. No, I'm not going to play the audio. I think it's a fake account. My bad. Thought it was something good. But anyway, the bottom line in the story is, in fact, I will play it. I'll play a different video. Sparks, Lynn Roberts, and Kelly Plum react to the sex toys being thrown on the court during their game against the Fever. Okay, here it is. Oh, no commercial. How about that? All right. Here are the ladies addressing it.
Kelsey or Wakia, there was a moment in the second quarter when something was thrown onto the court, and it's not the first time it's happened at a WMA game within the last week, I guess. I'm just wondering, what was your reaction? What do you think about this happening across the league?
I'm going to steal that question. I think it's ridiculous. It's dumb. It's
corny.
It's stupid. We take our. It's also dangerous, and player safety is number one. Respecting the game, all those things. I think it's really stupid. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's right. It's absolutely, totally stupid. Again, the man who spoke on the condition of anonymity over a video conference on Wednesday said that the stunts were meant to market a crypto coin that his online community created. The WNBA and all its controversy, he said, made the league a logical target. You are a fucking moron.
Yep.
Because you are not taking into consideration, first of all, it's stupid to throw anything on the floor. Somebody could have gotten hurt. And you're just an absolute moron. The man who uses Lieutenant L.T. Daldo, D-L-D-O, Rain, as his username on X, a nod, he said, to the Brad Pitt character in the movie Inglourious Bastards, kept his camera off and refused to give his name, because you're a freaking coward, refused to give his name or age during the call with ESPN. The group, he said, wants to reclaim the creative and community aspects of the crypto world. Yeah, great. You're a moron, and I hope they track it down and you get arrested and you do either some sort of jail time or community service, or preferably both. Just absolutely moronic.
It is stupid.
It really is. All right, back to some NFL sound from yesterday. Let's see. Let's head down to Houston. C.J. Stroud and having more control at the line of scrimmage under new OC Nick Haley.
Love talking to your head coach because it sounds like everything's going well with Nick Haley as your OC and going to give you a lot of command at the line of scrimmage, it sounds like, is what Coach told us.
Yeah, that's what Nick has done in the past. So, and that's something I asked for, and I think that's something that I'm ready for. And it's not always going to be, easy, and I might make some mistakes, but it's about, just taking ownership and trying my best to lead the guys, to success. So I'm excited for that.
It's time, and you know it. Let's talk about some of the guys. I said this to Nico. I'd throw 10 slants a game to that guy. You throwing the ball, quick release, and his slant route, his big target stuff. I love the way that looks. And it's so simple, but it definitely moves the chains.
Yeah, I think you should be the OC.
Well, wait a second. If you're going to get freedom at the line, you'll be checking to it.
It's not always there. When they work, it looks great. But it's
that
not
single side. You know what he said to us right away? Once I said that to him, he goes, "Yeah," and then the sluggo's coming right after that.
For sure.
You know he's waiting for that one.
Yeah, I think we got guys who know what they're doing. I trust Nick to put us in the best positions to, have success, and then it's my job to, make those plays work and then salvage it if it doesn't. So, you can't just go out there and run slants all game or run outs, you got to change it up. And I think Nico is very versatile, and he had success in a lot of different routes that he ran. So I'm excited to see him, take his game to another level. And, I think this offense will help that. The Patriots and, they had a lot of great, X receivers and guys in the boundary. And really, Nico is very versatile. He can go on the slide and everything. So he'll be able to have some fun in there.
All right, thanks to Pat Curran right there, Sirius XM NFL Radio, on C.J. Stroud right there. Let's head over to the Chargers. Keenan Allen likes what he sees so far from the young guys on the team.
Hey, the young guys are, much better than what I'm used to, seeing in training camp this early. Their technique, the way they're getting downfield, the way they're pressing coverages, I think they look great.
All right, meanwhile, let's head to the Jets. Aaron Glenn on having his starters play on Saturday against the Packers.
Playing Saturday. We're playing. I can't tell you how much guys are going to play. It's going to factor about how the game goes, but we're playing. Reason? Because I want to play. That's the reason. Okay. At this point for adjusting these guys. I want guys to play. That's the reason.
Jeez. All righty.
We're going to play. Can you imagine? I don't want to see anybody ever get hurt because I like teams at their best. Can you imagine if the Jets sack Aaron Rodgers, if he plays the first series and something goes awry? Can you even imagine the irony of all ironies if that should be the case? And I don't even but according to Tomlin, I don't know. Aaron Rodgers may play a series, he may not, but that would be something. Jets are coming for blood. They got nothing to lose. So why not? Here's Sauce Gardner on Garrett Wilson.
Seen any difference in Garrett's game this year?
I mean, Garrett, you could tell he been on it. Like self-talk, like, I gotta do this better. Like, I don't want to say what I want to say, but there's something that happened in his life that that's making him attack the game way in a different way right now. I don't know what it is that happened. But
Wheaties.
He's trying to work on everything. Like in the weight room, he's trying to perfect his craft. When he get out there on the field, he's trying to perfect his craft. Like literally everything to show people he's worth what he's worth and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I've been told on myself a little bit, but yeah, man, he on his stuff, man. And every time I go against him, every time we line up, he's giving me great work every single time. He's not taking no play off, and I appreciate him for being like that. And he's that guy. Like when it comes to the best that I go against, that's him. You know what I'm saying? Day in and day out. So I just know when we get out there during practices, when we get out there in the season, he's gonna do his thing.
All right, Sauce Gardner on Garrett Wilson right there, SNY. More from Sauce on Malik Neighbors, also from SNY Network.
Just to look ahead a little bit, what do you like about Malik Neighbors' game, and what are you looking forward to and go up against him maybe next week?
He do a lot of things well. He got great hands. He's great, elite route running. You know, he kind of reminded me of myself a little bit. Like, he came in the league and immediately established himself as one of the top guys. So, that's my guy. Like, we cool outside of football and things like that as well. So, it's just great seeing him still stay humble, with all the success coming his way. But, like, when he get on the field and he making them plays, you going to know he making them plays. So, I'm looking forward to it. I'm a competitor. I know he is as well. So, I'm looking forward to it for sure.
All right. Angel, if you could refresh on my Twitter page, and it's the have a little fun here at Patriots camp with the Washington Commanders. They always fun to play that game, testing their landmark knowledge, and this happened yesterday. You got to refresh; it's right under the show.
Yep.
Okay.
Got it. And here we go.
Washington versus New England. DC?
Gotta be New England. I've never seen that in the city. DC. It's easy. That's Washington. This is New England. It's Washington.
New England.
Washington. That's New England. Obviously New England.
This is in DC. That's DC. That's New England.
That's in Washington.
This is New England.
It looked like George Washington. I don't know. I might be tripping.
I've seen this before, but I just don't know where I've seen it. It's DC. No!
New England.
George?
New England.
New England? Okay.
Okay. New England.
DC.
New England.
New England, Washington.
No, right.
New England.
New England. Washington.
Washington. New England.
Yeah.
That's like the park, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in my parks.
Washington, both.
No.
No? Wait, I can't see.
DC.
This is Washington.
I feel like this is
Bunker Hill Monument.
All right, hold up.
Washington.
DC. That's DC. It's New England.
That's DC. That's New England. Yeah. Stop playing. Yeah.
Too funny. Oh man, absolutely. Let me see what else is before we head to college football.
I can't see.
I can't see. Yeah, nice try. Also, last night in the Ravens game, a Ravens cornerback is it Bihal Cone tore a ligament in his left knee during the win over Indy last night,
Yikes.
and he'll be out for the season. That's horrible. 6th round pick. The rookie was defending Ashton Dolan down the left sideline at the end of the first quarter when he went down in the end zone on an incomplete pass. So unfortunately, we saw that. I don't know how long Richardson's going to be out. His pinky, in case you missed him, he got sacked last night with about 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. He got sacked, and his pinky was completely dislocated on a 90-degree angle. They did pop it back in, but he did not return to the game.
Wait a minute.
Oh, is it a video or is that just a still shot?
No, it's just a still shot.
I can't look. No, la 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 la. Make it go away. La 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 la. Oh.
Yep.
I can see the most gruesome things in movies and on TV. There's 3 things that I can't stand, that I can't tolerate. I hate watching needles at anything. If I get blood drawn, I don't throw up or anything, but I just look away. When I'm watching a movie or a TV show and someone's either doing drugs or they're drawing blood or whatever, that someone's getting, I got to look away. I can't stand dislocations. Dislocations. I was traumatized in 8th grade. This kid, Scott, I'll never forget it. 8th grade gym class, we're coming in. He goes to kick a soccer ball, just like to kick it up, and his knee completely dislocates. And I thought I was going to throw up right on the spot. I'd never seen somebody's knee dislocate. It was all. He's like, call the team. That happened. So anytime there's dislocations like that, I can't do it. I can watch decapitations. I can watch the grossest things on TV. But you give me needles and dislocations, can't do it. Can't do it. I can't. I won't.
Well, you know whose finger's still like that to this day? Brian Baldinger.
Huh?
Brian Baldinger?
Yeah.
Till this day, his pinky's the same exact way.
Yeah. It can have. This is my. I don't know if you can see it. My pinky finger here. Yeah.
The knuckle.
I have no knuckle. It's smushed. If you look at it, see how if you can.
Oh yeah.
It's smushed.
What'd you do?
That was the last time I hit somebody. That's probably the only time in my life where it was full contact. And it was 1990. I'll never forget it. And afterwards, we went out to a Chinese restaurant and had a ball. And I remember soaking my hand into, because I got him pretty good. He deserved it. He knew it. It was an over the line, way, way over the line thing that had happened. And it was stupid. Boys being boys type of thing. But we went out afterwards. He was my roommate at the time for a couple of months.
See, you're going to tell a story. You should have had the Rocky music ready to go.
No. I mean, it lasted all of 30 seconds. You know, he swung and missed, and I clocked him good. And after, but it dislocated my pinky finger knuckle, and I had a scorpion bowl. There's people in Florida don't know what scorpion bowls are that are like native. Scorpion bowl is just a big thing of rum and ice and juices. And back in the day when I could have all that stuff, so it was huge. And you'd have those big long straws, and everybody would. You've had one before, right, Angel? A scorpion bowl.
Really?
Sometimes I have them for one, but the big ones where you share. But I got it specifically, so we started drinking. Then my hand was killing me. My hand swelled up like couldn't believe. I was sitting there laughing, and my hand's in the freaking scorpion bowl, trying to get the swelling down. Things you do when you're 23 years old, 22 years old, whatever it was. But yeah, that's the last time. I didn't get into fights or anything. It was an extreme set of circumstances. And sorry, Frank, for busting you in the face. Anyway, we go. I'm not a violent guy. I'm really not. I play one on TV, but I mean, for me to want to really hit somebody, I mean, I will never go through the circumstances of what happened, but it was, trust me, most of you would be on my side. But I do not condone violence. Stay in school and don't do drugs.
The other question that was popped in overnight, the people want to know, did you make it from the tiki bar over to the pool?
No, and here's what happened. I started watching the Bills thing on Hard Knocks, and I got caught up a couple of phone calls and everything else, and all of a sudden it's 11:15, and it's all clouds. Not raining, but just all cloudy. I'm like, shit. So I did not make it. So I'm gonna try to get up there today. I'm gonna try to get up there. But we are supposed to get a lot of rain here in Southwest Florida, at least in Fort Myers, Estero, Bonita. We're supposed to get a lot of rain coming up this afternoon.
We're supposed to get a ton of it this weekend. Like they already talked about Saturday's pretty much going to be a partial washout. Sunday, the same exact thing. But so it won't be a beach weekend around here.
I was actually texting back and forth with Chef Derek Fox, my man who's now in Dallas, who you saw the picture last week when I was with him on Facebook. We went out to lunch last Friday, a week ago today. He's going to be joining us next week at some point at his convenience, and probably every week or every other week. And we are going to totally discuss food and everything else. And if you're in the Fort Myers area right now and you see the gigantic billboard in Fort Myers from the Diamond District, that is Chef Derek Fox and his beautiful fiancee, Stella. And the pictures are like Hollywood-esque. The billboard is huge. So he's from Fort Myers originally. And the guys at the Diamond District, he submitted his sister, I think, or her sister submitted some unbelievable photos. And they picked that to be their main billboard. So you'll see Chef Derek Fox, season 6 runner-up winner on MasterChef. Great guy, doing great. He's also on season 12 as well. And finished like 6th or 7th in that. He got screwed in that one too. But he is an unbelievable chef. Really good friends with Gordon Ramsay. He does a lot with Gordon in Vegas and stuff. He has his own. He's endorsing knives. He's got all sorts of great videos that I'll be sharing as well. But Chef Derek Fox going to join us. And we're going to talk about food and football next week and do's and don'ts of tailgating. Now, as we go into break here, Angel, here's, speaking of college football, which has nothing to do with football, well, sort of, tailgating. Quarterback Arch Manning of Texas. They're out to play Ohio State opening night in Columbus. Arch Manning on preference of Texas barbecue or New Orleans seafood.
Texas barbecue in Austin or seafood in New Orleans?
That's close. That's close.
Those are totally different genres.
Yeah,
like,
it's still though. It's food.
I mean, they're both like 10s. Yeah.
Yeah, but how do you even compare them? Like,
okay, he was going to give us an answer. Then you made him go switch.
Sorry. Okay, I would like the answer.
I think right now I haven't been in New Orleans a lot recently, so I think right now barbecue. But I always start to crave crawfish.
What
in the
about
off-season.
what about?
Okay.
But actually, I mean, Austin, the breakfast tacos.
Yeah,
are
we don't
actually-
have breakfast tacos really in New Orleans. Like
No, I think they
more like
only
croissants and
exist.
stuff.
Yeah, it's
We had
beignets.
breakfast tacos this morning. They were fire.
All right, y'all
They're
converted
so
Arch.
good.
They have beignets in New Orleans for breakfast, and
Sure.
those are very, very yummy, yummy, yummy. So I always love the debate about barbecue because I find it fascinating. Because having been in Memphis and Houston, both Carolinas, Texas, and what am I missing? It doesn't matter. If you are a good chef, you can make good barbecue in Alaska if you have fresh ingredients and the right stuff and you don't, the Carolinas is a little more vinegary. I like all of them. I like the Carolina barbecue. I like the Texas barbecue. I like the Tennessee barbecue. I like it all. Texas barbecue, they're all a little bit different. One might be a little bit sweeter, one might be a little more vinegary, and one might be a more savory. I think they're all good. I just don't like whatever barbecue I get is on. I don't like it smothered in any type of sauce. I like a sauce on it, but I almost sometimes would want to order it on the side and do it. I don't need the extras. I like it, low and slow, and it's basted, and you got the really huge barbecues, especially and when you do you ever been to a pig roast before? You ever have a pig roast?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Just absolutely phenomenal, starting at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then you're eating at like 11 o'clock in the morning, low and slow. And you got those big mops with the barbecue sauce on and everything else, and you're basting it oh my God.
Do you forget, senor, that I am a little Spanish, and we do that consistently?
Dylan says, excited to hear what Chef Fox is cooking up for the football season. May need some recipes. He and Angel are planning for a big cookout on the season opener. Oh, is that true?
No. Matter of fact, I couldn't even see it on my side, the comments, so I don't know.
Howie Roseman will be there, Dylan says. All right. Maybe we won't take a break. Let me just, so there was that. So I always find the debate, and it's hysterical because everywhere you go is, if you go, I've been fortunate enough to be in Memphis. I've been in Knoxville. I've been in Dallas. I've been in Houston. I've been, what am I missing as you? The Carolinas. They all claim to have the world's best barbecue.
Yep.
No, they're all excellent. There's certain things that are standard to certain regions, and if you're flying them in, like Maine, like New England lobster, Maine is the colder the water, the better the lobster. So obviously, you're not going to get the same type of taste here on the Gulf, in Florida and Texas, as you are up in New England. Now, some of these great restaurants down here import all that stuff, and that's why you're paying through the, arm and a leg for it. But some of those things are indigenous. Not that the seafood down here isn't good; it's excellent, and some of the shellfish down here is very good. It's just different. A Maine lobster, or a New England lobster is going to taste much different than the lobster you get if it's caught out of the Gulf here. First of all, it doesn't even look like it. It's different. Crawfish, I love. I wish there was a way, and I know there's a technique, and you just bite the head off and suck it out. That's what you got to do. There's no dignified way, man, woman, or child, to eat a crawfish.
Correct.
You can't use a fork. You can't use any type of a small fork that you might get and shove the meat through. You got to bite the head off and suck it. That's what you got to do. And I think it's delicious. Crawfish, I think, is absolutely delicious. And although that's the only dish since I've been an adult that, I got to wear like 4 bibs because it'll be all over me. You got to have 1,000 napkins and you got to have a bib for crawfish. If you get, because a lot of these places send you 3 or 4 pounds for a seating, because there isn't a lot of meat in it, but man, is it delicious. And if you got time with a beer or whatever your favorite beverage is and you're sucking out crawfish, that's a good day.
Yep. So, like Louisiana, we were back in my military heyday. We had an exercise down there, joint practice, if you want to call it, for those who are in football season. But we had a joint exercise down there, and we were able to go on the town for a day. And it's funny because no matter where you go, it's like we have the world's best gumbo. I'm like, okay, first of all, we're the gumbo capital of the world. Anywhere you go in Louisiana is going to be the world's best. But no, it's the same way. They almost bring you like a raincoat because it's so flavorful, but man, is it messy.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, well, I love gumbo, and it's fantastic. And I forget, and in New Orleans as well. Again, crawfish are just absolutely crazy. A couple of times we were down there, one for the Super Bowls and everything. Just oh my God, I can't. You got to understand. Back in the day, myself and Glenn, and then we got two gargantuans and Fred Smirlis and Steve Diassi, two great NFL players, former NFL players. You cannot imagine. And then Andy, our producer, who's a big guy too, tall. You can't imagine, and picture me like almost 100 pounds heavier back then. The amount of food you could feed an army. People would walk by, look at our table, and go, "There's only 5 of you." Yep. We're in for like 50. But crawfish can be crawfish looks a lot more than it is. It looks like a lot, but it really isn't. And for 5 guys and raw, it's amazing we didn't bite each other's hands off during that time. Crazy.
Now that I'm thinking about it, we'll have to get Chef Derek Fox to come to the Speakeasy, and then at the Speakeasy bar there that's nearby the pool, we'll have to do one live show from there once and have the food spread out and everything else. It'll be a great time.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. All right, right now let's pivot just like that on a Freaky Friday in Ann Arbor. There he is, Jay Flanley, dressed in his Michigan and Patriot attire. I'm all Patriot today. By the way, my man Otis, great listener for years of ours, not only when I was at ESPN Southwest Florida, but here on the Coastal Sports Digital Network on the show. This is a hat, military hat that Otis gave me a couple of years ago. I love it. He's also given me a great Miami Hurricane hat as well that I wear often. But what is that? Great to see you, Jay. What's happening, man?
That's the bus. That's the bus out front of my apartment that you hear the noise. That's what that is.
They're not coming to take you away.
We had a visitor last night. A bat got into my apartment last night at like 3 in the morning. Yeah,
really?
that's what I said.
How did that happen? Through the window?
Yeah, through one of the cracks.
Oh.
One of my windows, a couple of my window screens are kind of short. That's never happened. It's weird, and I think he escaped. Hopefully, I don't even know if he's here anymore. But yeah, I haven't seen him like
a small one. I mean,
yeah. I mean, yeah. And trust me, if it was something else, I wouldn't be here.
It wasn't like Christian Bale. It wasn't like Christian Bale came in through your window or anything like that.
No, that'd be pretty cool. And no Bean either.
That would make you Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. But it's cool. So I'm wearing my my Reebok Tom jersey shirt.
Nice.
And I think you have the third jersey. You're wearing the third jersey.
I'm wearing the third jersey, and I have to. The full disclosure, it has Jones on the back instead of May, but it is number 10. So I got to iron off the thing on the back, and I may just leave.
You don't have a Tom jersey, or do you?
My Tom
of all the people.
My Tom jersey was stolen. The authentic Tom Brady jersey, not autographed, by the way. I had another one that he autographed for me that I gave away to charity. But my TB12 jersey, right before the Super Bowl, 2 days before, when we were in New Orleans, was stolen out of my hotel room.
In 2001.
Yeah.
The 2001. Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yep.
Does Tom know that story?
I think he does. He does. He does. He and his dad both know that story. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So now that I know this story, we will somehow get you a replacement.
Okay. All right.
We'll see what we can do. And I know you got Zolak coming on.
Oh, that's not till 8:30. Not till allegedly. I mean, he's doing the TV broadcast tonight. So he's not doing the radio.
With the McCourty brothers.
With the McCourty brothers. Yeah, exactly. Angel, if we could, I have a picture of the Brady statue. It should be it's like 3 down. Bill Sparrow's had it.
Yeah.
Bill says, when Alexander saw the breadth of his domain, he wept, for there were no more worlds to conquer. And this is what, Angel, if we could throw it up there, what the statue is going to look like tonight. The unveiling at 6 o'clock. I'll be wide. It's going to be pretty emotional, I think. It's going to be great. It's not your typical Game 1 preseason game in Foxborough tonight between the Pats and the Commanders. The Angels getting it up there.
No, I've actually seen it. It's the pivot with the throw. Yeah.
Yeah. This should have had a picture of me like the Great Gazoo on his shoulder or something like that. All right. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I don't know who did it, the designer or any of that stuff. I don't know the whole thing. I'm sure he's going to be around there tonight at Gillette when it's unveiled. But that's pretty cool, huh, Jay?
Yeah, I went to college with that guy.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's that does look nice. He's gonna like that. It looks like him too.
It does.
So
Yeah,
they did a good job.
Yeah, no question about it.
They did a really good job. So that's a cool thing. And yeah, it's nice. I sent him a nice note, and we're excited about it's. I'm excited for him.
Yeah.
I'm still mad about how things ended, but we moved over that.
I guess it is what it is. It's why it's right now. It's
the Patriots' record since he's left has been what it is. So the no, it's but it's Tom's day. I'm not going to talk about it. It's let him do what he wants. It's his life. It's his time.
Okay.
Worked out good for him.
Did you watch any of the football last night? And
I was texting Angel during his game.
Yeah, and that was an entertaining game. But once again, we see something disgusting. I was telling you, I can see things all over TV and movies and sports. I can see decapitations. I can see I look away during needles and I look away during dislocations. And that was unbelievable last night. Anthony Richardson, when his pinky got dislocated, turned around backwards, 90-degree angle. They did pop it back in, but if you're, and I don't know how serious it's going to be. I mean, it popped it back in, so we'll see. But that is something. And for a quarterback, you wouldn't think a pinky matters, and you know this, Jay. It matters. It matters throwing that football. Huge.
Well, great. We were just talking about remember when Bledsoe broke his finger?
Yeah.
And
in
'98.
Had
98.
Had the pin coming out of it during the Miami and the Buffalo game.
Yeah, and he played, and he led them to win, come back both games, but it gets to the point where you can't play anymore.
Yeah.
So, no, there's been other ones. Harbaugh's got his that's completely mangled.
Yep.
There's other ones. The worst, it's not a quarterback, but you've seen Torrey Holtz, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
That when he was on the Patriots for 5 minutes, I remember that.
Yep.
So, no, listen, and it's out there and it's being talked about. Have you seen the analysis of why Richardson got killed on that play? He didn't read.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. It's a bunch of people do not like it.
Nobody blocked for him.
Well, he didn't set up the protections and things. Jeff Schwartz, Kurt Warner, there's 100 other guys talking about this online.
Such a great point, because that never gets talked about, that the quarterback is responsible, and the center to a degree at sometimes with the different coverage. But it really is up to the quarterback at the end. And you're such a great point. He's at fault, probably, for the offensive line not blocking the correct scheme.
Okay, so you just gave me an opportunity. You fed me a layup, and I'm going to dunk on somebody who I don't like, and we're going to talk about somebody I do like. I get pissed off. First of all, I don't like talking about Tom with a lot of other people because they're idiots and they don't know what they're talking about. But a lot of people compare Tom and the guy who played for the Colts in Denver all the time, a lot. And it used to piss me off because I can count probably 3 Patriots games against him and his team where he lost because he didn't know what Willie McGinnis was doing on a play.
Oh, God,
two very important ones.
Absolutely.
2 very important ones. Hey, Pete, I'm pretty sure between me and you, we watched every game Tom played on the Patriots at least. I don't know if you watched every Bucs game.
Yes,
I can think of maybe one game in Tom's entire career where he made a mistake at the end of the game, and it was a bad interception against like a 1-15 Miami team.
Yeah,
in Miami.
That was a Monday night game.
You remember the one I'm talking about, where Troy Brown got beat playing defense the series before by Chris Chambers. So I remember I don't remember Tom blowing your protection and not knowing where Willie McGinnis was twice. The game in in Indianapolis
AFC
in
Championship.
2003. In 2003 they had the big lead. They blew it.
Yep.
And Willie stopped Edgerrin James
Yep.
on the 4th down.
Yep.
He and Mike Vrabel taking their helmets off for celebrating.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the next year, the home opener, he missed Willie McGinnis coming off the edge. He took a bad sack, and then Vanderjack missed the kick.
Yep.
Those are just two that I know of. And my favorite one, because I prepared for this for 3 years, in 2013, his great Denver team got destroyed by Seattle in the Super Bowl, the outdoor New York Giants Super Bowl game, where they played in the old Meadowlands. And I knew for 3 years, sooner or later, we'd be playing Seattle and had to beat them. And had to figure out how to beat them. The famous game, we went up there and played, and Tom didn't play well, and Richard Sherman was chirping him after the game. Everybody's seen the video. So I knew we had to be ready we were going to have to beat this team sooner or later. So I was ready for them for 3 years. And you remember how bad Manning was in that game. He was confused, didn't know what the hell he was doing.
Were you talking about when
Tom
he played
great.
Yeah, but, and then you got
when he was playing for Denver. He was playing for Denver in 2013. When they threw it, when he threw
Manny Ramirez.
Yeah.
Manny Ramirez. That Manny Ramirez snapped it over his head on the first play of the game.
Yeah. Yep. And I said there, so I know what I got to do for the offseason. Get ready to play Seattle. And it was like the best scouting report I ever wrote for Tom. They would have trouble with Amendola and Edelman, the backside of the backfield. And the important one was they will not double team tight ends when they're out wide. Because they didn't do it to Jimmy Graham when they played Jimmy Graham when he was on the Saints. They did like a diamond thing with him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Gronk went out wide, and that KJ Wright guy walked out with him, and Tom saw it immediately, threw a touchdown.
Yep.
There's friends. There's a difference between Tom and Peyton Manning, and I could go over all the other shit, but that's my favorite one. So
no, I agree. Let's not to mention the fact of the what do you call it? The HDH stuff going to his wife.
Oh, that was mailed to his wife, Pete. Be nice.
Tonight, Shedeur Sanders is going to get a ton of playing time. I don't expect. Maybe Flacco plays a series. They don't have anybody else if you want to include Huntley.
No, I don't think Huntley's ready.
Gabriel's hurt.
Huntley's ready.
Dylan Gabriel's hurt. Pickett's hurt, and so I think we're going to see a lot of Shedeur Sanders tonight. We should. I'm actually looking forward to that. I want to see. I
agree.
In this atmosphere, it's pretty good.
I mean, maybe Baker Mayfield can play. Oh wait. Yeah. Speaking of another complete screw up. And by the way, the guy who drafted Baker Mayfield's one of the assistant GMs for the Lions, Dorsey.
Mm-hmm.
He's the assistant GM of the Lions.
But Baker's come a long way. Baker's
he's done great.
Lovable guy now at Tampa. Now you got Teddy Bridgewater. Probably see a lot of Teddy Bridgewater tomorrow as well. You know, they just signed him.
Yeah, that's a big blow for the Lions because Dan Campbell loves him. And, remember, famously brought him back when he was coaching high school last year. And he put him in the playoff game when Goff got hurt for 2 plays. And, it is what it is. But, yeah, I'm glad for Teddy. Teddy's a good guy. And the story about him being punished and suspended in for helping the high school kids out when he was driving kids home and stuff.
It's so absolutely ridiculous. Hey, speaking of kids, how about the Braintree American Little Leaguers from Massachusetts headed to Williamsport? That's something.
I saw that on like the wild pitch play at the end of the game.
Yeah. I didn't know they had the ghost runner on second base in Little League. I didn't realize they did that too. I hate that rule.
I just learned. I hate it too. I just found out about that. I didn't even know. But it's good. It's good. Little League World Series is fun. When I was, I believe, I think I was a sophomore in high school. Andover went.
Yeah.
And
Bill Brett was talking about that team that he covered. He's gone like to 5 or 6 World Series starting. He said it's I've never been to one. He said it's an unbelievable experience. And I know when his son Max was playing, his son was about 2 games away from going there as well. But
so this is great when you have Bill on. One of his really good buddies, Jim Arnold, was the coach, and Jim died a couple of years ago. But he was the coach of the team. And there are a lot of famous kids on that team, guys I grew up with their brothers or know their dads and stuff. I was like 5 years older than these guys. So it was great. We always have really good baseball program. I lost less than 5 games in high school. And Max, Bill's son, obviously doing good on the Yankees. Maybe they could use him soon.
Well, that's what I said. Yeah, your Mets could use him too.
Well, no, we like our first baseman, Pete. He's one of the few guys on the team who's good. But
Hey, he broke up
you
a
are
no
correct.
hitter. That's something.
Shut up, Pete.
Don't worry. You'll
No,
find.
I'm a Mets fan. I'm a Mets fan. I'm a Mets fan. I worry. Trust me.
Well, I'm a Red Sox fan. I always worry, but I mean, anyway, it's. I have a feeling both of our teams are going to be in the postseason when it's all said and done. So we'll see.
Yeah, it would take a lot for the Mets not to make the playoffs, and if they did, there'd be massive changes. The Red Sox are a great story. They clearly listen. This isn't going to be popular. I'm about to say, but I 100% support them getting rid of Devers. Now, do I like the return? Was it the greatest they could have got? Probably not. But he's a turd, and you don't get him out. I don't like that type of guy.
They've been a better team since he left. So there's no question about what I like about this Red Sox team. And I don't know if it's prevalent because you watch the Mets a lot more than I do. But, remember back not too long ago, even like 10, 15 years ago, even when Terry was manager of the Red Sox, Terry Francona, guys always wanted to bat in certain spots. And if you took them out, they'd feel uncomfortable. If one went to 9, vice versa. Dustin always wanted to bat 7. This Red Sox team, these guys, young or old, they don't care. Roman Anthony doesn't care. He can bat first, second, third, fourth, or seventh. Same thing with Duran. Story doesn't matter if it's 3, 4, or 5. Bregman, the same thing. None of these guys complain where they are put in the lineup. They just go where Alex tells them to, and they produce. There's no question about it. And I'm telling you, that guy, Cora, is going to be up for manager of the year if this keeps up, which I wanted fired in May for the comments and the way that this team was playing. I'm not the only one, but I got to be up the first one to admit if I'm going to be wrong, I'm wrong. I got my plate of crow right here, and they have played great baseball, and he's a big part of the reason why keeping that team intact. Staying focused, not worrying about where they are in the life. Just go out and play.
Yeah, and as great as he's been, can somebody please explain to me how Aaron Boone still has a job?
Because it's not George Steinbrenner. If George Steinbrenner were owning that team still, he'd been fired 6 times.
He would already be in the Atlantic Ocean. You are correct. I mean, during that the Tampa series, was it the Tampa? What was no, not the Tampa series. What was the one the really embarrassing one they just had? Was it? It wasn't Tampa, or was it?
Miami.
Was
Miami
it?
Miami.
Oh yes, yeah.
Miami swept them for the first time ever in a 3-game series.
Yep. But by the way, Miami's not bad. There's very few really bad teams in the National League. The Rockies are terrible.
Yeah.
The Pirates have a couple really good players, but their record's bad.
Skeens
but other than that, you know what? Oh, wait a minute. It hurts me to say this. I'll take my hat. The Braves are really bad. Oh, what a shame. Oh, the goddamn Braves. So, they have put so much damage and pain on me in my life. My therapist has a 4th yacht because of them. And it hurts me so much that the Braves stink.
Well,
of course, the Mets will go down there and lose big games to them in September. Watch, because they always do. When Atlanta's scheduled, I know to take 3 days off. I don't even watch.
Let's talk a little college football the last few minutes here with Jay Flannelly from Beeves Road up in Ann Arbor. The AP Top 25 was released earlier this week. Your Michigan Wolverines come in at number 14. Now, be honest. Did you expect them to be that high? Did you expect them to be more like 20 into 25 range, or do you think 14 is just about right?
That's about right. That's about where they were at the end of the year last year. They closed out so good. They had one of the toughest schedules in the country. We have a way easier schedule this year. And I think the Big Ten is going to be good, but there's a lot of question marks with a lot of the better teams in the league. Obviously, Ohio State's replacing their QB and a lot of other guys. And reports out of their camp is there's no obvious front runner for QB. Yeah. I'm going to the practice on Saturday here in Michigan, so we'll see Underwood and some of the other guys. But no, our defense is going to be great. Offensive line, running game is going to be good. We're just going to figure out good quarterback play. If we get quarterback play on the level of what Cade McNamara was in 20 and 21, this will be a really good team going to the playoffs. I've said what I've said about Penn State. Laura and James Franklin have done nothing ever in a big game. Oregon's replacing a lot of guys. Don't be surprised if a team like Nebraska or Illinois kind of comes out of nowhere and wins.
Well, okay, I was going to ask
It
you
has,
about that.
has a big year.
I was going to ask about, but when we talk about Ohio State, we're talking about Julian Sayin and Lincoln Kienholz. And I know the old cliche is, well, if you have two quarterbacks, you don't have one. You can get away with that in college, I think. Some programs, not every program, but some programs.
I just talked about we did it with JJ and Kane
Yeah.
in 21. We had the best team we've had in years.
But how about Illinois?
So-
Illinois is up there. I can't believe that they are ranked number 12. I can't believe it.
Admire,
Yeah.
the quarterback's really good.
I know that.
Look, he's
But
really
Illinois ranked 12th. There's something not right there. I don't know. I don't trust him.
Well, obviously you know who the coach is. He's pretty good too.
No, he's a good coach, but they got to prove it. And Indiana's still being ranked at 19, even though I like the coach there too. Indiana at 19, they are not going to be a top 25 team. They're not even going to be a top 35 team this year when it's all said and done. Ain't going to happen.
I tend to think you're probably right, but they have a good team. He's a good coach, and he's an asshole, but he's a good coach. He rubs a lot of people the wrong way.
Yeah,
Dave famously ran the score. Dave famously ran the score up on him. Remember when he was fake? Yeah. He faked a kneel down. He tried to score at the end of the game. Amazing. He couldn't do that against us. But it's interesting to see how he does in year two. Everybody knows who he is. He's circled now because he's got a big mouth. Google me, and interesting to see. And they don't play us. So again, but like last year, Michigan's got the one huge non-conference game. They're going to Oklahoma. Last year, Texas came here. It'll be interesting to see how the West Coast teams, besides Oregon, are. Washington, I think, is going to be pretty good with Jed's got that young quarterback, the Williams kid. And UCLA and USC are kind of in transition, too. Obviously, UCLA has got the turncoat Tennessee kid.
Yeah, good luck with that. That's and his brother, right? His brother's out there, too. Good luck, Deshaun Foster, with that. Please. Good freaking luck with that.
Deshaun got better with his press conferences.
Yes, he did.
So he's going to be okay. So,
made fun of that. Was the most.
I actually like him, and he handled that way better than a lot of other guys would have. But no, I think it's going to be really interesting. Your team's going to be interesting because I'm not a big Carson Beck guy.
Well,
I was a huge Cam Ward guy.
Yep. Well, Carson Beck, by all accounts, has looked spectacular in camp. So far, Miami comes in ranked number 10. Last year, they came in with Cam Ward ranked, I think, 18th, which was ridiculous. But they have retooled their odds. It's going to be about Herm Anther, the new defensive coordinator that came over from Minnesota. That's what I'm in. I'm not worried about their offense. They lost a lot of offensive players, but they just reloaded. They have a good offensive team. It's going to be about defense. They got to make just a tad few more stops than they did last year. And then things will be okay.
No more 48 to 45 losses is what you're asking for there. Here you go.
Yes.
But no, it's interesting to me why did Beck leave Georgia? That's and there's all kinds of stuff going on there.
You got more money in Miami. You got more money in Miami. That's one reason. His girlfriend, number two. That's another reason. Remember the cars got stolen early about 6 months ago. Remember his Lamborghini got stolen?
Is that the basketball girls, the twins?
Yeah.
Is that one of them's his girlfriend? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So there you go.
Anyway, have you watched all the last 90? Have you been watching Any Given Saturday on Netflix about the SEC?
No, not yet.
Oh, you got it.
I've heard about them.
You got it. It's so well done. But it's even the most frustrating part is watching the condos on campus that these kids live in. And it doesn't matter if it's Vandy, Tennessee, Alabama, whatever. It is unbelievable the plush estates that these kids are living in, besides getting paid and besides all the hype. And it is, you go, oh my God. I've never had an apartment that looked like, not even close to that. And here they are. These kids are on campus. But you will absolutely enjoy it. If you're a college football fan, you will love it.
Yeah. Wow. It's like you have a guest on twice a week, Pete, that lives in the penthouse of his apartment building. Oh, wait a minute, I might know a guy. That'd be me. But no, Yeah, but I'm not the star quarterback or defensive end or running back. But no, it's all legal now.
Thank
So
God for
it's
that. Thank,
yeah,
thank God for that. So
it's
what's your schedule like coming up with the Wolverines this week? Are they working? They're working out right this weekend.
yeah, they're all practicing. I'm going to the practice stadium Saturday.
Nice.
They're having a lot of the alumni guys there, so they somehow decided to invite me, and then we'll see that. And the Lions play tonight.
Yes.
The Patriots play tonight. There's
Yep.
a lot of good games, and the Mets play tonight, but I'll be Mets free till at least Sunday.
Well, I got
The
Patriots at 7:30, and the Red Sox don't play till 9:40 because they're in San Diego.
so Angel was texting me during the Eagles games. How do you guys have NFL Plus, or how you watching all these
Yeah,
preseason
yeah.
games?
I mostly watched the Indy game last night. I wasn't flipping around. Too much. I saw the highlights, this morning, obviously. So yeah. And,
Okay, because the NFL Network,
Trax is coming on tonight. He
Yeah.
was in Philadelphia last night for the Bengals game. And the Eagles.
Okay, so that was interesting because the Bengals played most of their starters. And Jamar Chase and Burrow looked like Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, and then the Bengals defense came out and looked like the Bengals defense.
Yeah.
So they made Tanner McKee a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, they made him a lot of money.
How about that sixth round pick out of Stanford?
Yep. And Angel was texting me, because the Dorian Thompson Robinson came in the game, the UCLA kid, who set all their records, and he looked small. And it's because the other Eagles QBs are all big. Jalen Hurts is like 6'1", 6'2", but he's a big guy. I mean, he's quadzilla.
Yeah.
And Shipley looked great, the running back. And the Eagles just have players everywhere. I was texting Angel. Their whole team, two of my U of M guys are like on their third offensive line, Trevor Keegan and Chris Hinton. And Trevor Keegan started here for 3 years, lost 3 games. And Chris Hinton started off and on for 2 years. So but the big news of the day, NFL, was Slater getting hurt for the Chargers.
Out for the year.
So he's out for the year. Their left tackle. Now they got Joe Alt. They moved Joe Alt over to left tackle. And one of my U of M guys lives with Joe, which is funny. Carson Barnhart, who started here off and on for 3 years at Michigan. He's one of the interior linemen on Chargers.
Let me ask you one more question before Zoe comes on, if he comes on. So far, he's supposed to be on now, but who the hell knows with him? Do you feel? I'm getting this feeling, and I've been observing how people are not talking about the Kansas City Chiefs, and it reminds me of how.
I have.
I know you, but it reminds me how people were. They're being portrayed like how the Patriots were for a lot of years, where people were always disregarding them and writing them off, and then they were always there. If people out there don't think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be a good team this year, again, preamble, if they remain reasonably healthy, you are sadly mistaken. That is still one of the best teams in the league.
I'm sadly mistaken because I think they're falling off.
I don't. I have to see. You have to show it to me first. I have to see it to believe it. I mean, falling off, meaning what? 8
They're
wins?
not going to make the playoffs. They're not going to make the playoffs. Remember, I told you they're not. They're going to have a bad year.
I will.
They're going to have a bad year.
I will.
They're not.
I will respectfully disagree.
Well,
And they host the defending world champion Philadelphia Eagles in week 2. This is the only thing concerns me about the Eagles is this schedule. They have a Florida Gator type schedule. They have an SEC schedule. Home against Dallas, at Kansas City, home against the Rams, which is my NFC Super Bowl pick, at Tampa Bay, very tough. Home against Denver, and then at the Giants, and then at Minnesota. That is a tough 7-game start for a team that's going to have a big X on their back. That's why I said they win 10 games this year. That's no disgrace. They make the playoffs. And
the Eagles?
Still do major damage, but that's
they're going to win 12. They're going to win 12, 13 games. The Eagles are going to be awesome. They're going to win 12 or 13 games.
I just think the schedule is absolutely brutal that they have. I don't think.
Well, you mentioned a couple teams. The LA Rams. How are they going to be when Jimmy Garoppolo's playing?
Well,
because Stafford's got a bad back
and reasonably healthy. That's all I can go by. And the Ravens are always healthy. They just can't win to get to the Super Bowl. With the they are the Ravens' best team I think they've had. offensive. I say that every year. And it gets better every year. Again, reasonably healthy. Zay
Well,
Flowers.
the thing that happened to them last year doesn't get talked about enough, and you had Meter on yesterday. Zay Flowers getting hurt. That really
Like I
changes
said,
their
he
team.
comes back this year reasonably healthy, and it changes the whole dynamic of the team.
No, okay. A couple things with the Chargers. I mean, not the Chargers, the Chiefs. Their division is way better, even with the Chargers news yesterday. Genty and some of the other guys going to the Raiders. Geno Smith, they're going to be better. The Raiders could be like a 500 team. Everybody knows about how good Denver is. The Chiefs are making changes with their offensive line. They got a lot of injuries, suspensions, and stupid shit with all their receivers. Kelsey ain't 23. He's got a couple distractions in his life. They made changes in their offensive line. Their key to their whole offense last year was Joe Thuney. They traded him to Chicago. Mm-hmm. They brought in the Ohio State kid who tore up his leg, and he's going to play left tackle. There's a lot of things going on with them I don't like. I didn't like a lot of things I saw Mahomes last year. And sooner or later, the Captain Lou Albano, Jimmy Hart, and Mr. Fuji referees are going to stop helping these guys. The WWE aspect of the...
In fact, it might get worse in favor of somebody like Patrick. I agree with everything you just said. Everything you just said is dead on balls accurate. I agree. But I have to see it first to believe it. I'm not saying they're going to get back to the Super Bowl. I'm saying I'm not dismissing this team yet as anything but still one of the best teams in the AFC until somebody proves us wrong. Proves me wrong because so far
I'm tired of AFC. Well, the Eagles proved everybody wrong and kicking the shit out. Thank you, Angel. Thank you for that gift to America.
Well, I picked the Eagles probably since
I did too.
Week 10. I loved them all year.
The funniest thing was in like week 3, Angel was like ready to march to Sirianni's house.
Week 2. After the Brazil game,
they lost their Kirk Cousins. They lost their Kirk Cousins, right? Is that when he snapped?
He snapped in the
Angel, was that what it was when you lost to Kirk Cousins in like week 3? That was it, right? When they lost to Kirk Cousins, right? When did they had an early loss that was really bad? I think it was to Kirk Cousins, and he threw for like 400 yards. Oh no, that was the Buccaneers. Who did they lose to early? That Angel went nuts. That was bad.
To Tampa Bay.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
They drove me bananas.
They started last year.
Particularly after they lost to them in the playoffs the year before.
No. Hang on a second. They started off last year in Brazil against Green Bay. They win 34-29. He was upset.
They were like 1-2.
Then they lost week 2 to Atlanta, that horrible 22-21 loss.
That's what I told. There you go, Kirk Cousins. There you go.
They were in Philadelphia when they lost that game. Then they went to New Orleans and won ugly 15-12. Yep. Then they come back they go to Tampa and they get hammered 33-16. Yes. And that's when he snapped, and I told him to hang on. Then they had the bye week, and then they only lost once the rest of the year, which was at Washington, 36-33. Everybody else.
They didn't need to win the game. They didn't even need the game. They didn't even need to win the game. Yeah.
After that, they won against Dallas 41-7, and they beat the Giants 20-13. They basically clobbered everybody after that Tampa Bay game. They won by 4,
so the funniest thing
25, 20, 5, 28, 8, 17, 5, 7, 14, 34, and 7. They basically averaged winning by like at least 3 touchdowns a game, if you factor it all in, the rest of the way. And then the playoffs, they beat Baltimore, and then...
Can you say the Kansas City? Can you say the score of the game in Kansas City, the Super Bowl again? Can you say the score of that game?
It was 40-22. But they beat Green Bay 22-10.
It wasn't even that close.
Beat the Rams 28-23.
I mean, since you brought it up, everybody compares Mahomes to Tom. Hey, Tom ever lose the Super Bowl by 20 points?
No.
And hasn't Mahomes done that twice? Wait a minute, he lost another Super Bowl to some guy in Tampa in 20.
Yeah. Yes.
And did they not score a touchdown in that game?
It was 30-9. Yeah, I believe the final.
Yeah, they didn't score. So all these historically great quarterbacks. Yeah, all these historically great quarterbacks. They don't score touchdowns in the Super Bowl, right? The 85 Patriots scored a fucking touchdown against the Bears.
And I still think, and I still believe that if Stanley Morgan didn't drop that ball, which he never did, and they go up 7-0 there instead of 3-0 on Tony Franklin Field, who knows? And then Len Dawson went down with that horrible.
But when Dawson's knee was a big deal, yes.
And they probably would have lost, but it might have been a different psyche if they're up 7-0 there. That was a beautiful throw by Eason to Stanley Morgan, and the guy was just one of my favorite players of all. To dropped it wide open, would have been a touchdown. Would have been 7-0 Patriots.
I think Mike Singletary got his hand on it, though. I think Mike Singletary deflected it. That's.
Listen, all I know last year, you guys were saying they weren't going to win the Super Bowl. I had to convince you guys off the ledge to.
No. Angel is sinning. You're lying like a rug.
I sure am.
You thought I told you I was the one telling. I would think I was the first one to tell you they had the best team.
Let me go. Because from the Atlanta game. So in the Atlanta game last year, fucking box score.
Well, Cousins destroyed the Buccaneers. He threw for almost 500 yards.
He was 20 of 29. No, 241 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. They only sacked him once.
No. And Pete, he almost threw for like 500 yards against the Buccaneers.
Against
in a game like that where they was crazy and they won.
Yeah, yes.
Look it up. He threw for like. He threw for 480.
I'm going against the 20.
Look it up. Yeah, look it up. He threw for like 480 against. It was like a Monday Night Football game.
No, this is the Eagles game against them last year. That's the box score.
But So I'm talking about. He played. I'm looking it up now. It was like a Sunday night or Monday night game.
I'm punching it up.
And he threw. I'm looking it up right now. He threw for almost 500 yards.
Yeah. Yes.
Against the Buccaneers.
Yes. The overtime 36-30 overtime game. Yes, he threw for 509 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception.
Pete, it's almost like I do this for a living. I mean, what the hell? I mean, really?
No, I do remember.
You know why I remember that game? Well, for 3 reasons. I hate Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins isn't very good.
How do you hate?
And he did it to the Buccaneers.
How do you hate Kirk Cousins?
Because, Pete, he went to Michigan State.
That doesn't matter. He's a good man. Yeah. He's a good man, and he's a pretty good quarterback.
If I was an NFL defensive player, defensive coordinator, I think he was a good man.
If he went to Hawaii, you'd love him. You can't keep saying you hate people because they went to a rival school. It clouds your judgment. It's like Sonny Corleone.
I'm sure you love all those Florida State guys. You love all those Florida State guys.
I don't love them, but
I'm sure you love all those Florida State guys.
I respect them. I don't sit there. I don't have this like
my way. Just my way.
Wait, I'll tell you who's going to suck. You watch Castellanos I can't wait to see him. I don't want him to get hurt, but I hope he fails miserably. Just because the way he left Boston College and the way he's run his mouth thinking that. No, I don't hate Florida. I don't want to see Florida State win, but I don't sit there and root. If the Patriots are full of Florida State players, I wouldn't hate them. I just can't. I can't do that. I can't do that.
You should talk to. You should talk to Meter. You should talk to Meter about Castellanos.
I have. We have. He told me. We've discussed it. It's unbelievable. Zoe, where the hell are you? I just texted him. He's going to have another TV hit or something like that.
Okay, I gotta roll. You chase down Zolak.
You're the man, Jay. Love
my man, Angel. You got.
When do you want again?
Okay, buddy. We got some stuff. Angel, I'll be on with you Monday.
Oh, yes.
And then we'll have my show Wednesday. Angel and I are working on a bigger thing. He'll talk about that when he wants to. But
sweet.
We've got, college football related things.
Oh, good.
But, we're good. And by the way, we're just talking about this. One of our first guests I will get is an Ohio State person.
Kirk Herbstreit?
That'll be one of our first guests.
Excellent.
No, it's somebody I get along. It's somebody I get along with very well.
Will Howard.
You're gonna wear an
anti-kryptonite. No, Will's got free time. He just broke his hand supposedly or something.
Yeah. Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. So we might get more episodes of the Aaron Rodgers comedy show.
Very nice. He's not going to play, by the way, against the opener against the Jets. Are going to play all their starters, and they're going to. I was like, imagine if Rodgers played even one series and the Jets got to him and took him
Okay,
out.
so the funniest thing, because I've been listening to you, Pete, and I listen to you and Angel, and one of the things I did one of my fantasy drafts already. I drafted the Jets defense to play the Steelers in Week 1.
Yep, I think that's smart.
Because I know Aaron Glenn very well, and I have a feeling Aaron Glenn's going to have some stuff ready.
I totally agree. It's the only time in my life I may ever root for the Jets. You know, and I think.
And you just talked about goal of hate and being nice, and you. Yeah. I mean, it's like how can you beat on the Jets, and it's like beating on the Special Olympics. I mean, it's like they're the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's some players on there I respect, like Sauce Gardner. I do like Aaron Glenn. I think Aaron Glenn's a good coach.
Yeah.
But it's just the Jets, and but I think they were going to have. I think Monsieur Rodgers is going to have all he can handle on opening day. Going to be something.
Be interesting. Give me interesting. Okay, boys, I got to roll. You guys have a good weekend.
Take care. Take care, Jay Bentley. All right.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
I don't know, Angel. I text Joey. I don't know where he is. I don't know where he is. Let's take a quick break, and maybe he'll call. And then we got Mike Petralia, hopefully at the top of the hour at 9 o'clock. So the Pete Sheppard Show here. We'll continue. Quick break. More NFL, college football stuff coming up next here on the Pete Sheppard Show on the Coastal Sports Digital Network.
Hi, folks. This is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber, and I would like you to know that our company has been selling Anderson windows for over 60 years. See the complete line of Anderson windows at any of our 3 locations in North Reading, Beverly, or in Plastown, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Hey everybody, it's Pete Sheppard from the Coastal Sports Network. Want to tell you about my good friend Lou DiMuzio and his company. Lou is the president and founder of Ace Technology Advisors. They're big-time tech specialists. At ATA, they're able to craft, implement, and manage the best and most appropriate solution for your business. They leverage their industry-leading experience and their portfolio of technology partners to improve your best practices and infrastructure. So you can get a hold of them at 888-599-4223. That's 888-599-4223. Check them out on their webpage, www.acetechadvisors.com. That's www.acetechadvisors.com. Or you can email them sales@acetechadvisors.com. Check out my friend Lou DiMuzio and Ace Technology Advisors.
Right now, our country feels divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
I gotta tell you, I was nervous to talk to someone so different than me.
Me too, but I'm glad we are.
Love Has No Labels and One Small Step are helping people with different political views, beliefs, and life experiences come together through conversation, and it feels good.
Wow, your story is so...
Interesting?
Yeah.
When people actually sit down, talk, and listen to one another, they can break down boundaries and connect as human beings. At lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep, you can listen to amazing, life-changing conversations and find simple tools to start a conversation of your own.
I know one thing. This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope, too.
Take a step toward bringing our country and your community together by having the courage to start a conversation at lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep. A message from StoryCorps, Love Has No Labels, and the Ad Council.
People do some pretty cool things in their 40s and 50s. Why should saving for retirement be any different? I mean, they go back to college, learn new instruments, start skateboarding. Whoa! Okay, maybe that one's not for everybody, but saving for retirement is. With aceyourretirement.org, you can get on track with your retirement savings no matter your age. Just have a 3-minute chat with Avo, the friendly digital retirement coach from AARP. You'll get personalized recommendations based on your input that are easy to understand and work with your lifestyle. It's quick, easy, and free. Plus, it's sponsored by AARP, so you know they got your back.
Gnarly move, Dad.
Thanks, sweetie.
So wherever you are in your retirement savings journey, head to aceyourretirement.org and start chatting with Avo today. That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting.
a teenager. Learning the lingo.
Today I'm going to help parents translate teen slang. Now, when a teen says something is on fleek, it's exactly like saying, that's rad. It simply means that something is awesome or cool. Another one is totes. It's exactly like saying, totally, just shorter. As in, I totes love going to the mall with Becca. Another word you might hear is jelly. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will think you're, rad, just the same. To learn more, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
This is the story of a very special woman. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician or an entrepreneur. Her knowledge was limitless and still is. She could also make monsters disappear, especially those that lurked in the shadows under the bed. Once, this woman put back together a teenage girl's broken heart, which had been shattered in 1,000 pieces, just by giving her a bear hug. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
The Pete Sheppard Show. It's fun for the whole family, if it's dysfunctional.
Gets away from the catcher. Here comes Fasoli. Fasoli now retreats. Now he runs home and he'll score the winning run. Braintree, it's going to Williamsport.
Welcome back to the Pete Sheppard Show. Congrats to Braintree American Little League. They are headed to Williamsport. Angel, I want to play that. I want to play that. I want to play that video again if we could. The whole thing. It's under. The last time we didn't play the whole. I want everybody to experience of what those kids experienced last night. It's like there's two of them. I want to play the one that says ESPN. It's 52 seconds long. Massachusetts wins it in extras. This is how it went down last night against Bedford, New Hampshire. Tough loss for Bedford. Great kids, great program out there as well. Play the whole thing here.
Gets away from the catcher. Here comes Fasoli. Fasoli now retreats. Now he runs home and he'll score the winning run. Braintree, it's going to Williamsport.
Congratulations, Braintree American. They are headed to Williamsport for the Little League World Series as the New England representative. Very, very cool stuff right there. All right, thanks everybody for checking us out here on the Pete Sheppard Show. on the Coastal Sports Network, the Coastal Sports Digital Network, and across the entire extensive video platform. And I'm looking at my Twitter feed right now, Angel, and it's up where it usually is supposed to be. Something's weird been happening, and this matters because of the digital broadcasting and impressions and all that. Later on in the day, the actual number of people that have been viewed has been cut like by 200, which I don't understand why Twitter or X is doing that. Not the impressions wise, but from viewpoints. So hopefully it won't happen today. I don't know. Just
Hopefully not. I blame Jets fans. I think they're sabotaging it.
more than likely. But thanks for checking us out. The Coastal Sports Network digital platform across Twitter, X. Following me at PShep326 on CSDN Florida, on YouTube, Rumble, Kick, LinkedIn, and of course the great app SR1029. The game. Call or text the show 727-858-6650. Sheila and Kevin coming up, or Sheila and Company coming up right after the show today, right at 10 o'clock.
Yes, Sheila and Kevin are coming up here at 10 o'clock. Obviously, if you guys don't realize it by now, it's a pretty comedy thing that goes on. But yes, Sheila and Kevin are coming up at 10 o'clock. And then following that at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 Central, will be K4Wins.com. Tony and the guys will be on. It is a action-packed, fast, speeding gambling hour, and those guys put out a ton of information. If you guys have not checked it out, check that out at 11 o'clock. So yes, 2 back-to-back shows coming up here after it. And by the way, for those who listen in, for Pete almost has it right. For Twitter, Instagram, everywhere, it is CSDNFL.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm sorry. CSDNFL. I said CSDN Florida. Yes.
Because if you look at
CSDNFL.
Yeah, if you look for the other one, you'll find some Christian stuff if you do the CSDN. So it's you want CSDN and NFL. Yes.
Or if you really, or you might find Coastal Carolina shit, as well. Not that we love Coastal Carolina, the Chanticleers, we love them. Great baseball, and so Angel's been maneuvering and pitting, and finally, not finally, but this is it. So Coastal Sports Digital Network, awesome.
Yeah, it's it because, and people, some folks have been asking, and it's, so when Pete and I, we pivoted over to Coastal Sports Network, from where we were beforehand, actually before that, but when we, went
didn't
over
really pivot. Oh, no, that one. Yes, that was a pivot. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we started that, it was putting together because it made sense. Pete and I being on the coast, Fort Myers, Tampa, it just made a lot more sense. And then I had the sports radio already in place. The big thing was people kept saying to me locally is, where can I find you on the dial? So because I've always said that it is a 100% digital network, it was just easier to kind of combine both and make it the Coastal Sports Digital Network. It used to be, if it was the radio network, then you guys, or if I would have put CSRN and you guys would have been looking up, you guys would have found the Christian Services Radio Network. So it made it easier just to kind of do it this way.
Fantastic. Absolute great stuff. I don't know what happened to Zoe. He didn't text me. I don't know what happened to him. I apologize. It's the third day in a row that I know stuff came up for professionally. I'm sure. I mean, I'm just joking with him. I'm sure it's not for him to not call in or something. I hope he's okay. I'm sure he is. He's got the TV broadcast today. What?
He probably slept in accidentally.
No, he didn't sleep in. He's probably, he might be doing his midday show today. I'm trying to think. Usually on game day, especially if he's doing the TV, he may not be. But anyway, he'll be on the television broadcast tonight on Channel 4. And Bob Sosi, Phil Perry will be doing the stuff on the radio. Yeah, so Zoe doing the play-by-play with the McCourty brothers, Steve Burton, and Hoyer there as well. All right, before Mike Petralia joins us in just a couple of minutes, hopefully he's still in Philadelphia. He covered the Bengals and the Eagles last night. But some more college football news from yesterday. Trevor Harris, hello. He says, what's up, Pete and Angel? Speaking of him, let's go back and listen to what Mario Cristobal said a couple of days ago over as ACC Media Day was going on. And also, but the Hurricanes working out again, another scrimmage this week. So here we go. Here's Mario Cristobal, head coach of the Hurricanes, busting their rear ends.
What's obvious and as true as the day is long is that we've been busting our asses to get Miami to where it needs to be, and the progress is just, it's not going to stop. And there's nothing that's going to stop it. So you're going to see us work today, brother, and you're going to see exactly why Miami continues to stay on that trajectory.
All right, love that. Meanwhile, more on from Coach Mario Cristobal on quarterback Carson Beck.
There has been no limitations since May, and what we've seen is exactly what we would hope we would see, and we're pushing the envelope. We think sky's the limit for him. We think we have a great version of him. He's had tremendous experience in the past, and he is beyond fired up, enthused to be part of this. So every single day he approaches it with intentionality, with purpose.
All right, gotta love that. Cannot wait. It's coming up about not too long from now, but 23 days before they play Notre Dame at Hard Rock. It's going to be absolutely classic. Now, also Mario Cristobal on Corey Heatherman, their new defensive coordinator, which they sorely needed coming over from Minnesota.
Corey Heatherman is a really, he's an elite coach and individual and teacher, and that's the most valuable thing when it comes to coaching, right? A guy's got to be able to teach and connect, and every single day he finds a way to make those guys better, so their buy-in is really, really, really high. You'll see it in the form and the way we communicate today, the way we run to the football. We're not all the way there yet, but, man, it's been exciting to watch that defensive progress.
Excellent. More on Corey Heatherman.
Well, it's simple and I would say consistency in terminology, coaching in sound bites and not in dissertations, right? If you have to talk a bunch, you're going to confuse somebody, right? We're talking about snap, judgment, and decisions throughout the course of the game. But he makes it simple and digestible for our guys, but complex for the other side. He's a conceptual and a progression teacher.
All right. Where's that, Angel?
Scott is on the line.
Zoe! Good morning.
Hey, I apologize. I'm sorry about that. I slept in today. It's my only day off.
What'd I say?
For game day.
Angel said you slept in. I said, no way. I said, I didn't know if you were doing your midday show today. I know you're doing television tonight.
Yeah. No, day of game, we're off. Day of game, we're off on radio. So my kid works out every day at 5:30. So today's the only day he has nothing. I have nothing until the game tonight. And I'm totally, it's on me, guys. It's on me. Bad Zoe.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Well, thanks for taking it. Can I, before we get into it, I won't keep it that long. I promise. I think your beautiful wife, posted a picture about 2 weeks ago of your son Brody. Are you kidding me? Angel, get this. His kid is 6'5" and a half, 240 pounds. He's 16 years old.
At 6'5"?
6'5" and a half, 240.
He didn't want to put that on there. He's a big boy.
I know you want him to go to Maryland. I want him to go to the Hurricanes. I mean, geez. I mean, tell me just quickly, position and what high school is he at? Because I can't keep track of all this stuff.
He's at King Philip High School here in Rentham, Massachusetts, where I've lived for 30 years, and he's quarterback. So, yep. But you don't want him to go to you now. You like those athletic, fast ones down there.
No, I also like the pocket passes. So, no, I love them to come down here. They can pay more.
Remember Bernie Kosar. Remember Jim Kelly. Remember Gino Torretta. Remember Steve Walsh. All slow, pocket white guys down there.
What is he? Is he getting any nil money in high school? And what is he expecting in 2 years when he goes to college?
No nil money. NIL. This isn't like he's not going to IMG Academy or anything here. Those are the guys that get the JJ McCarthy's in the world.
Is he being recruited right now?
Yeah, we did an unofficial to BC, Boston College. Billy O'Brien had him in. We went to his camp, and he's got some interest from other schools in that. So it's starting. It's starting, which is good. We won't need to rush anything.
No, absolutely not. He's got. Are his aspirations maybe to play in the ACC or the SEC? And
he wants to play anywhere. He just wants to play football. That's what's great about him. He doesn't care.
6'5" and a half.
We watch SEC football. Obviously, we watch Miami and that. My last two were Maryland and Miami it came down to. So, yeah, I hope he does go to one of those. We'll see.
All right, you're looking forward to tonight's match. First of all, tell me about. I think were you talking with Diana Rossini the other day when the scrum happened and then all that crap happened? How was that?
Oh, it's great. She's great. We love having her. We'd have her on Super Bowl every year when we're down. And she said, I got so mad at you one year. I didn't even remember what the hell it was for. It was back when I was on Twitter and probably yelled something stupid at her because she had some report and I probably called fraud or something like that. That was stupid me. But she's great. She's fantastic. I love when the ladies come on with us. We have her. We always have Kay Adams. I did drug Kay on the show last year. Michelle Beadle comes on with us every year. They're just fun to have on because they don't care. They have their takes and they just put them out there like you.
Yeah, great. Now, but during the broadcast, when you guys were down there, were you on the air when the scrum happened and Vrabel
Oh
got?
yeah. All three of them. Yeah. It wasn't a big scrum, but it was enough to where, both teams sort of empty and Vrabel's in the middle of it. And, I did a production meeting yesterday. I said, "Hey, how's your cheek?" He goes, "Oh man, it's fine. That's not a big deal." I'm like, "You love this, man." He came out of that going, "Hell yeah." And then there was blood. He's like, "Oh, hell yeah." So he probably took ketchup packet and squeezed it on his head right in the middle of it.
Well, a couple of two-part questions. One, how, if any, starters are going to play tonight? And two, what are some of the key points you're looking at in game one of the preseason against Washington tonight from the Patriots standpoint?
Yeah, Drake's definitely going to play, which is good. He's going to play probably 2 series, and then Dobbs is going to go in. And they're playing everybody that's healthy. If you've been nicked up and on the IR, obviously Gonzalez is going to play. Carlton Davis hasn't practiced much.
Yeah.
Who else? Morgan Moses probably isn't going to play, but you're going to get Campbell and all the guys. Spillane will get a good look at him in the middle. Peppers is going to play. Alex Austin, backup corner, who's had a really good camp. He's got a lot of run with both corners being out. He's going to get in there. We'll see Milton Williams tonight. So, for the most part, the big guys they signed are going to be in there and going to play.
Diggs going to play too. And what are your impressions?
No, I'm sorry. Diggs will not play.
But
That does not surprise me. They're getting him ready for week 1.
Yeah, but your impressions of him overall, and besides a little incident, which I think is way water under it, I like everything I'm hearing, and from the video I've seen online, and what he's saying is very impressive.
He looks really good. They all look good. Diggs looks great. Who practiced this week is Matt Hollins. He caught 2 great balls against Commanders in the joint. So he's a tall receiver, which is good for us because we have a lot of short guys. But Pop Douglas is probably having the best camp. Wouldn't surprise me if he's team captain when this thing all shakes out. He's a pretty good leader right now, and we need him badly.
Is it my imagination? I'm seeing a lot less drop balls so far. I know one practice there was a couple. I was talking to somebody that Mike Giardi last week.
Yeah.
There were a couple, but overall, I mean, it's a 180 from last year. Just attitude-wise.
It's almost embarrassing what last year was. We were talking about that during the show. We had Philly in for joints. I think Drake got sacked 15 times in the one practice. And he didn't get touched in this one. So it's just adults in the room. You can tell they're well run. You got 3 former head coaches here on the staff. The energy Vrabel brings is unbelievable. It's Parcells like.
Yeah.
It's a big night tonight. Stadium's going to be packed. They're unveiling the Brady statue at 6:00.
Yep.
We kick at 7:30. He'll be there. I can't believe you're not coming up here to kiss his feet, Pete.
I saw the statue. It's beautiful. I'm surprised there's not a little picture, a little part of me like the Great Kazoo on the shoulder. That's what I expected.
Where'd you see the statue?
It was unveiled that I don't know.
No.
I showed a picture earlier.
No. Nobody knows what it is yet.
Oh, okay. Well, then the statue that.
There's a lot of phonies. You got to stop watching the AI. AI is
but it's fine.
Drake needs a wedding gift. Oh my God.
Where are you going to be you'll be on the air when they unveil the statue, right? Obviously.
I'll be in the booth preparing for the game. Yeah, it sucks, but I'll miss that. But he'll be inside. He'll be in the stadium at some point.
Yeah, he'll be up with you on the broadcast, I'm sure, right?
No, I don't think he can legally because we're CBS.
Yeah. Come on, but it's preseason. They have people that work on other networks during.
Yeah, networks are asses. You know that.
I know that, but But so you're gonna be on.
Well, the problem is, they'll take that and everybody will click on it, and it's gonna piss somebody off, and it's better probably not to do it than do it. I mean, we'd love to have him on because he played with both McCourties. We'd have fun. We'd have fun for 2 minutes with him.
What about on the radio side? Can Bob and Phil? I know Bob Sosi and Phil Perry doing the radio side tonight because you're doing TV. He won't go on the radio either.
He doesn't do them. He doesn't do them.
Yeah.
For him, it's that's old Parcells thing. Once I do one, I got to do it for everybody.
Yeah. All right. What's it like working with Devin and Jason McCourty as well, and Brian Hunter on the sideline tonight?
Great.
Yeah.
It was great covering games, calling games for them, and they're just such true gentlemen, such true pros. They prepare. Jason's obviously doing the CBS. Devin kicked off last week at the Hall of Fame game with NBC, and their second careers are going. It's great for them.
A couple more things, though, and then I'll let you go. I had Big O on yesterday, and we were arguing. I think this is going to be at least minimum a 9-win team. I like everything about it. Now, and he thinks it's going to be. Somehow we were arguing over 8 and 9 wins. It's stupid, but as usual. But did I mistake? Did you say you think that this team has the potential to win 12 this year?
Who said that?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
No. I'm a 9. I'm a 9 guy. We was talking about on our show. I think Tim McComb may have said that.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, like if it breaks and you get like a McLaurin, then that goes up too. You're at 11.
Yep.
And then it's the schedule. We got 3 games at home out of the first 4. Week 2 we're in Miami. Pittsburgh's gotten better. They've gotten Ramsey and Rodgers, but I'm not great with Rodgers. But that's week 3. Right out of the gate, you get Pete Carroll in Vegas, so you never know how they're going to be. So it's going to be a good test early, but you can't fall behind and go 1-3 again and chase all year. So September's the key, man. September's the key for me.
I like what Vrabel said the other day about, he's talking to Drake May about celebrating more for touchdowns. He goes, because you didn't score enough last year, not even close. So
yeah.
Get into it. Yeah. All right, so go back to
Vrabel's big on the team stuff, and it's just a different vibe here, man. The place was packed. There was over 12,000 people here for the joints. It felt like old times. It did.
That's great. Well, congratulations again, and on getting the broadcast. Obviously, you and Bertrand have the #1 midday show. You guys are kicking ass and taking names. And good luck on the broadcast tonight and for the rest of the season. And hopefully, we'll talk at some point down the line. And the last thing I did want to ask you, because I know nobody ever talks about special teams, but I got to tell you, I mean, I've seen Bargalis, him and his brother, but Andy, that guy just doesn't miss. I don't know. He's been in camp so far, but you are getting a special kicker in that guy. I can tell you that.
I hope so. It's been a dead heat. It's been a pretty good competition, but he's stocky kid. He looks like a linebacker.
Yeah. Yep.
Thick legs to that. Yeah. But hey, Jeff Brown says tell you hi from up here, buddy. Very old friend from the past.
He's unemployed, isn't he?
He should be. He should be.
And I always tell this. I still miss your mom's pierogies when you used to come in the show.
Oh, she's the best. She's the best, bud.
All right, all the best to you and your family, and I'm going
to see you, Angel. See you, Pete Stugat Sheppard, baby.
See you, Scott.
Thank you. Man. And Brody's going into the U. Brody's coming to Miami somehow, some way. I'm going to make sure that kid's 16 years old, 6'5" and a half, and 240. Jesus, can you believe it?
That's insane.
Anyway, let's see if Petralia is going to call in. I know, right? We can't take 2 calls at once, right? So Zoe called in late, and.
Sure, he could.
You nailed it. You nailed it. You can take 2 calls at once.
Yeah, listen, I work wonders around here.
Let me text Mike real quick to see if.
But I did say he probably slept in.
You nailed it. I did not think that was the case.
Damn it! That'd have been my first bet I would have ever won. Damn it.
Well, I wouldn't have taken the bet because I might have disagreed with you a little bit, but because I know Zoe, and it wouldn't be uncommon. And then I find out that he doesn't have to do the radio gig, his midday shift today on game day, which is fine. So hopefully Mike Petralia, who covers the Cincinnati Bengals and was in Philadelphia last night, they just happened to be playing Angels, Philadelphia Eagles.
With a good win last night. I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, it's even if they lost by this, I mean, you want to win, but look, I've seen a lot of teams, including my Patriots, go 4-0 in the preseason and go 1-15 in the regular season. That's happened. You want to see nobody get. You don't want people to get hurt, and you want to be able to have a coachable game where you see things on the Eagles and the Bengals defense last night. There's some things that need to be corrected.
Right.
Andrew, if we could scroll down, because while we wait for Trax to call in, we got a couple of videos from him last night. If we could, Zach Taylor, after the game, if we could. Oh, actually, yes, it's on my pro. If we could scroll down a little bit, and the first one is from Mike. Yeah, Zach Taylor happy with the offense, but too many fundamental mistakes.
Right.
It's the first.
Get this
second
ready.
one down.
Yep. Here we go.
Go ahead.
Zach, what did you think first of all, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase?
Mike asking the question.
Yeah, it was good to see. I thought that was a strong start from them. first drive overcame a penalty, put us in a first and goal from 20-yard line-ish. To overcome it with a touchdown and to come back on the second drive with a touchdown for 0, I thought was great to see.
What were you hoping to see from the defense and how did you feel about your starting?
Well, obviously, defense, we're trying not to show a lot of what's going on. So we're trying to keep it as little as possible and let guys win some one-on-ones. And today there was a lot of 50-50 plays that I thought Philly made, especially early in the game, that gave them some extended drives there. But overall, just as a team, this was a team effort in the loss. 34-27, whatever it was, 7-point game. Okay, we gave up 7 points on field goals. We lined up offside on a field goal. They missed it. They got 3 points. We hit the center on a field goal that turned into a touchdown. So that ended up being a 4-point drive. So that's 7 points right there. Penalty on a long kickoff return that we had. Gave up a long punt return, threw an interception, gave them the ball in scoring position. And so those are all things that, as a team, we can't tolerate. We can't have. We got to play better team football than that. And I expect our guys, I like to fight. These guys come back. They give us a chance at the end. That I appreciate. But there's a lot of things that we got to fix and correct as a team. That's not one unit. That's not one person. That's not one position. It's a whole team effort that we got to fix in order to win our next game.
All right, and if we could then scroll up, and next up on the list, and next up on the video is TJ Slaton talking about the Bengals defense and the communication that needs to improve.
It looks that, that we were prepared to see. The biggest thing was just go out there and play hard, see what you could see, be able to read backfield sets and be able to play fast.
There's a lot of fans that are excited about what you bring to the interior defensive line. It's a growing process, right? There's still time to get to the regular season. Do you feel like this D-line is on the right track?
Most definitely. We're coming together better every day. We getting to know each other. We get to know each other work and what they like to do, what the interiors like to do, so we can be able to communicate on the field and be on the same page.
There is a lot of intrigue and excitement around Shamar Stewart. You've had a chance to be around him. He's moving left side, right side, interior. How dynamic can he be for this team?
Yeah, he's good. We just want to know if he can cover. That's pretty much it. Other than that, like I've said before, he's naturally strong. He naturally got good talent, good awareness to the game already. All we just got to do is just get him up to speed on the small things and the details, and I feel like he's going to be a great player.
Is that just a veteran pushing a young buck in some ways?
I'm going to stop the video because we have Mike Traggs on the line.
Oh, sweet. And I was going to say the 5-year veteran from Florida, not Mike, he's from Villanova, but there's TJ Slaton right there talking about communication. I can still hear it, Angel.
Hang on. Yep. I got to just give me this. There we go. So give me 1 second. I'll have Traggs over. And there we go.
All right, Mike Petraglia joining us. Traggs, he is in Philadelphia. Maybe he's driving back or flying back, or maybe he's at the airport. But anyway, you know him, you love him. You can't live without him. Mike Petraglia, dear friend who is out was at Philadelphia last night from CLNS, Cincy.com, from Jungle World podcast as well. Traggs, good morning. How are you?
I'm tired, Pete, but late night. You know what last night was about? It was for players, coaches, and media to shake off the preseason rust and just kind of get into the rhythm of football again. And that's what I think a lot of last night was. Certainly, I thought Joe Burrow looked like Joe Burrow, and that's the biggest positive that I think the Bengals can take from that game last night. Also, I'll say this, and I don't think many people are talking about it this morning. Maybe they are. The protection for Burrow was good, and the run game looked much better. Defensively, they were not good. Up and down the line, they were not good defensively. They know they've got a lot to address in the secondary. 5 players, 5 regulars that they're depending on did not dress, so there is that. But I think from a Bengals perspective, everybody got out of the game healthy, so that's a good starting point.
Well, we just heard TJ Slaton talk about the veteran came over from Green Bay and also former Florida Gator. For a lot of people that listen to this show and know that. Talked about the communication. We heard Zach Taylor talk about it as well. 7 points from, kind of preseason jitter type of plays, right? I mean, stuff that's coachable can be corrected.
Yeah, I think so. They were not fundamentally sound last night, but in a preseason game and an opener, are you expecting any team to be
fundamentally sound? Probably not. Um, I think when you look at a game like last night, and Belichick used to always say this, it's really about the individual battles that you're watching up close. Does a player look like they know what they're doing on the field? Do they receive the play call quickly, accurately, and then do they execute it with some degree of competence? I think that's really what you're looking for. And some of the even veterans looked pretty rusty last night for the Bengals, especially on defense, and that's got to change. Their special teams, usually I think pretty good under Darren Simmons, did not look good last night, and it cost them. I think Zach Taylor mentioned this. It cost them 7 to 10 points in that game.
Yeah, he did. Just again, stuff that can be corrected. Jump off sides. The center hit the center. That kind of. I mean, you hope that's not. Those are the kind of idiot mistakes the Patriots made so much of last year under Gerard Mayo that would cost them games. In the regular season. How much pressure Al Golden have, your defensive coordinator, this year?
That's a great question. I think he's very intense. I think he puts pressure on himself. I don't think there's a lot of pressure on him per se because he's coming into a new situation. He's learning the talent that he has, but he has a reputation for taking young players and transforming them quickly. Remember, Al Golden, that Notre Dame team, they had to respond after they lost to Northern Illinois last year at home, and they did a pretty good job of doing that. I think Al Golden will be fine. I know that a lot of the Bengals players on defense have taken to his style of coaching very, very well. And I think the rookie class that they have on the defensive side of the ball, very, very good. You saw Shamar Stewart last night. That kid can play. He projects to be a rotational player with the first team defense, no question. Demetrius Knight Jr. is going to start at linebacker. You know what? At this point, Logan Wilson did not look very good last night. He looked a little bit slow. He got trapped on that Will Shipley 38-yard run early in the game on that Philadelphia first drive, and he shot the wrong gap, and that happens. But when he shot the gap, it looked slow, and he got pinned. Miles Murphy, a third-year first rounder out of Clemson, he got pinned by a rookie right tackle, and that sprung Will Shipley for that big run.
Well,
so
what about your other Clemson rookie, Barrett Carter, at linebacker?
Yeah, so I was going to get to him. Thank you, Pete. Barrett Carter could be Logan Wilson's replacement at middle linebacker, a strong linebacker. And I liked what I saw last night. He is somebody that the Bengals think can step in, learn the system. He's already wearing the green dot in practice. So I think there's a lot of potential for him to step in and really play some significant snaps for the Bengals. Offensively, I like the three rookies. Certainly Dylan Fairchild, the starting left guard. Or I asked Orlando Brown, the left tackle, about him, and he said he looks like he belongs. He looks like he is not fazed by any game situation. He's very comfortable already picking up the protections. So I think they got something in Dylan Fairchild out of Georgia. In terms of Taj Brooks, he put a block on a linebacker that sprung Charlie Jones for a first down in the first half. Taj Brooks looks like a legit running back out of Texas Tech who's going to be good depth behind Chase Brown, who, by the way, Pete, and for fantasy players who are listening, if you can draft Chase Brown, draft Chase Brown.
Taj Brooks, but I want to say I've seen him in a couple of videos, but he's like a little mini Mack truck, right? Isn't he like 225, but only like 5'9"? He's like 225 pounds. I mean, tough to bring down with a little.
He has got tree trunks for legs.
Yeah.
And he's fast. He's strong. You can see why the Bengals liked him. I think the Bengals did a good job. I mean, it's very, very, very early, of course. But in terms of what I've seen in camp, what I saw last night, and in talking to all of the rookies, I think they got it right with this rookie class. Jalen Rivers is the other rookie pick that the Bengals had, and he played on the second team, and I believe he was the right tackle or left tackle last night for the second team offense for Jake Browning. But we'll see how he adapts. He's of the 6 rookies they drafted, he's probably got the most room to grow.
Any impressions you had about the Philadelphia Eagles last night?
Well, they got themselves a backup quarterback in Tanner McKee. That kid can throw. I mean, really throw.
6th round
So
pick. No one ever talked about that kid. 6th round
out
pick.
of Stanford. I mean, he was. I think you go to Stanford nowadays and you get buried because you're not in the Pac-12. The Pac-12 doesn't exist. You're in the ACC. I just don't think Stanford garners a lot of attention nationwide anymore. But Tanner McKee showed he can handle the Philadelphia Eagles offense. I know the Philadelphia broadcasters were beaming Scott Graham and Ross Tucker, your old buddy, Ross Tucker.
Ross Tucker.
Yeah, he was beaming about Tanner McKee and his ability to handle the Eagles offense should something to happen to Jalen Hurts, who goes down, occasionally with injuries because of the way he plays the game. So he would be one takeaway. Will Shipley, depth at running back behind Saquon, would be another takeaway. He looked very good. He not only had that big explosive run, but he also had a couple of other good runs and finished with good numbers on the night. So offensively, that's what I would say. I think they were looking at receiver depth on the night, and kid Smith, not Devontae, but the other Smith, showed very well last night, had a touchdown catch for the Eagles. So he looked good. And that'd be about it.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. Before I let you go, you had some wonderful pictures with your significant other on your last time we spoke, you were just about heading out to your 2 or 3 week cruise. It looked spectacular, my friend. It looked spectacular.
They were. It was a spectacular trip of a lifetime, 12 days through Italy, Croatia, a quick stop in Corfu, Greece, and then back up the boot and then over to France and Spain. It was wonderful. It was relaxing. I will tell you this. It made July 21st, the media day, and July 23rd, the first day of camp practice, come extraordinarily quickly this year. But I wish I maybe had another day. But hey, by the way, Pete, I want to apologize if I sound nasally. The Bengals have had a nasty, not a virus per se, but a lot of guys have been sick with some type of sinus infection, and it's been going through the locker room. And I think Joe Burrow had a little bit of that last night. Joe Burrow's sick and playing in the preseason that well. Look out this year. That's all I can tell you.
Well, we'll get better, my man. And you didn't bring it over from your trip and contaminate the team, right? That didn't happen.
No. Here's what happened, and you know this as a Floridian now. If it gets really, really hot for an extended period of time and you're in and out of air conditioning, what happens?
You get the air conditioning cold, or even the same thing on a plane. Same thing, yes.
Yeah, and so I got the air conditioning cold, the nasal drip, and I got sick, and so did a lot of Bengal players. So that's all it is.
Well, you flying back or you driving back?
I am driving back because of logistics. I wanted to take my time, not rush here. So it's not that long of a drive. It's about 7 hours.
Oh God. I mean, we drove a car once 7 hours to Pittsburgh. I always tell the story about how we got locked at Three River Stadium in a fucking parking garage. That was brutal, especially after that 7-6 loss. That was absolutely brutal.
Game, if I'm remembering correctly.
It was the 7-6 game. Mikey, you're the best. I can't get, did you get married yet? Or you're about to get, I mean, what's the deal?
No, we're looking at June or July of next year, my man.
Sweet. Well, I'm so happy for you and your family. And also, last thing about Villanova, did I hear they're going to go D1 football? Is that a rumor still?
Yeah, you know what? They've said that for quite some time. I don't know. I mean, maybe D1 football in the new phase of football where there's like 50 to 60 programs that really matter. And then there's a level of Division I football after that. Because Villanova won't be able to play home games on their campus, obviously. Yeah. They'll have to do what Temple does, and that's play at Lincoln Financial Field or play somewhere else in the Philadelphia area.
Villanova would draw more fans at Lincoln than Temple, that's for sure.
That's a great point, my man. I think they would.
They absolutely would. All right, Track, safe travels back to Cincinnati, and we'll be in touch in a couple of weeks. Get better, and good luck to you and the Bengals this year, my man.
I appreciate it, and tell Angel he is an angel, a saint, for putting up with you.
Shut up.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, Mikey, we'll talk to you soon. All the best.
All right, guys. Take care.
See ya.
There he is, Mike Petrelli, Tracks. You can check him out on CL. Let me punch up his resume here. On clnscincy.com, at the Jungle Roar podcast. That's at JUNGLEROAR pod. And on the YouTube channel as well with the Jungle Roar podcast. Great stuff. Great guy. One of my favorite people in the world with some fantastic stories. Yeah, that you want to see somebody go Tasmanian Devil. I don't know who was worse, him or me, when we got locked in the Three Rivers garage at the old stadium where the Steelers had just beaten the Patriots 7-6 because fucking Bledsoe fumbled on the 50-yard line going in for the game-winning field goal for Vinatieri. And then part of the equipment didn't work in the post-game show that I was responsible for, so I felt like crap. All the interviews were on this little digital thing. Couldn't get it to come over the air. Glenn was doing the post-game show back then. It sucked. My program director screaming at me. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. And then we go back to the car and couldn't get in. We get to the car. As soon as we get in, they lock the door. We didn't get out. It took us an hour and a half, almost 2 hours to get out of the parking garage. And then Mike and I had a 7-hour ride home. I think we stopped at a hotel because we didn't even speak. We were so angry at everything. And all I wanted to do was prove to everybody back at the station that I did have all the interviews. And as soon as I got there, I had them drop me off at the station because I could take the subway home back from there at the time. And said, "Here, put it in." They put it in. It was all there the next day. But I still got yelled at. I'm like, "What do you want me to do?" You know? Yes, yep. I'm not responsible. I'm not responsible for your faulty equipment. Anywho. Oh, man. All right, Angel. So we got Sheila coming up in about a half an hour.
Yep.
And 3Ks, right, coming up as well. After that.
After that is K4Wins at K4Wins.com. So you guys can hear that at 11 a.m. So right after Sheila is that, I think at about 12:01, I am going to fall apart after being up since 2:45 this morning. So I'm done.
All right. Great job, Angel, this week. Jay Flanley, thank you. Scott Zolak, thank you. And Mike Petralia, thank you. I am Pete. Have a great and safe rest of your weekend, everybody. Back at 7 a.m. on Monday on the Coastal Sports Digital Network. See ya!